to $300,000. Just log on to GiveMeTheVIN.com, put your VIN or license number, a couple of pics, and get an instant cash offer. Just click on GiveMeTheVIN.com and get your check on the spot.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
You know how powerful you are. And when it comes to your network, you need one just as powerful. Take your phone to your local Total Wireless store, and we'll give you one line for just $25 a month. Getting more for spending less? Now that's a total power move. Visit your neighborhood Total Wireless store. For new single-line customers who activate on a BYO device on the Total 5G Unlimited plan. Requires auto-pay enrollment to receive the full discount, which applies the month after enrollment. Available online and in Total Wireless retail stores. Requires a compatible unlocked device and SIM. Check compatibility at TotalWireless.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Reward yourself or someone else with a luxury pre-owned Rolex from International Diamond Center.
They're in pristine condition. Everything's been authenticated.
That's IDC's Brian LeClaire, who scours the world to find the highest quality Rolex timepieces. Immaculate, well cared for, flawless.
You're going to find that the quality and overall condition of the watches looks very much mint, the way that you'd want it. You're not going to see the difference when you shop at IDC between the ones that you'd get at your authorized dealer and what we have here.
And unlike the authorized Rolex dealers, IDC has all the models you want ready for purchase.
You want a Pepsi? We've got it. You want a Batman? We've got it. You want a Sprite? We've got it. You want a Bruce Wayne? We've got it. You want a Submariner All Gold? We've got it.
Exquisite pre-owned Rolex watches at the best prices you'll find anywhere.
We know what the pricing looks like in the marketplace around us, and we know that we completely obliterate the competition when it comes to the pricing.
Find the Rolex of your dreams today at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
Have you been to Wassey's Meat Market yet? Wassey's Meat Market has hand-cut, never frozen quality meats. And they've been right here in Melbourne for over 30 years. Choose choice and prime domestic Wagyu, Australian Wagyu, and A5 Japanese Wagyu beef. Wassey's also offers sides, appetizers, and pies. Did I mention that everything is homemade, which will make your meal even more special? Stop at Wassey's Meat Market from 9 to 6 and Sundays from 10 to 4 at 830 North Wickham Road in Melbourne. That's Wassey's Meat Market.
Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID.
Oh, yeah. Thursday is here. What's happening, stream? Hello. Getting started in just about a minute or so here. Your first keyword is dollar.
Nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance.
But you can't put it in for another 30 seconds, so don't come at me with it's the wrong keyword. It's got to be after the top of the hour. You must put it in 20 seconds.
Sponsored by Killer Bees, live in Ormond Beach on January 31st. Coming to you
10 seconds. I don't know. Maybe by the time you hear this now, it'll be time to put in that sweet, sweet keyword. Dollar is the word.
Mo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit justcallmo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Seelane.
It is Thursday, January 29th, 2026. Lots to get to today, from a new Alex Pretti video drops to new details about the Ilhan Omar Syringe attack guy, and some really sweet satellite radio mailbox money is on the way. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Seelane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good. How are you?
Good. It is a little frosty, and it's starting to get to me a little bit.
Here's
I'm
the
a sensitive
thing.
man.
I feel like it's not. It hasn't been as cold as like the beginning of the week when we get up, but then this weekend it's just going to go all the way down.
I'm like reading all the articles about how to prepare, and like this is such a weird non-snow guy thing to do here. Like, what do I do with my lawn? What am I supposed to do with my bushes right
Everything
now?
does. Have you drove around and seen people who have already prepared their plants? It looks like Halloween decorations almost.
Yeah,
it's just
they're all
ghosts on the lawn.
They bagged them up and stuff. People got sheets on their bushes. We are freaking out down here in New York, all right? We're losing our minds a little bit.
I wonder if I need to go cover my neighbor's tree. He loves that tree.
Entire tree?
Yeah.
You better tell him beforehand. Don't just go over there and do it, because that's going to seem weird.
He's out of town.
I don't know. Survival of the fittest for me. If the plants don't make it, you weren't meant to be.
Right. Well, why are we
Sorry.
babying these things? What are we babying plants for?
I think the cold's doing weird stuff to me because I looked it up and like my jaw is clicking a little more than usual.
Oh my God! Is it? When did that start?
Like in a couple days or something.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah,
Should get
jaw
that
clicking.
checked out before they shut down for the snowstorm.
That's one of the big signs, actually,
of what?
Death.
Of impending doom and death is
You have to put yourself in a closet with $300 cash and your debit card pin written on your forehead.
I'll load you up with an air tag. We'll tuck you away, read your little story, and we'll take you out after the winter storm. That's how this is all done. All right, let's put our ears to the ground.
If you could make that happen, I would totally sign off on it.
Me too. Our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours, and we go to sports, baby.
Woo!
Yeah, indeed. Pow, pow, pow. They call me the
sport of
sports
shooting.
cowboy.
You've been doing a lot of finger guns lately.
Shooting hoops. The sport of shooting hoops is what it is. Basketball, because Charles Barkley, who I'm not saying he's on the Zempic stuff, but he's looking a little thinner. He's looking a little like a deflated basketball. He's looking a little thinner than he used to be.
Wow, because he's bald.
Still funny as ever. Still cannot get enough of him and Shaquille O'Neal.
Same.
If I die during the winter freeze, which Amy Caulfield, our friend Amy Caulfield, posted on Facebook, and I said, all caps, I said, I don't think I'm going to survive this. And she said, don't worry, if you die, I'll say nice things about you.
Oh,
and I was
good.
like, she's not even trying to keep me alive. She's just, but still nice. But here we go. Let's go to what happened during this segment on ESPN. They had some technical difficulties, you might say. Here we go.
Give me a couple of sleeper teams that, like,
we're going to go for it that nobody's talking about because you can make one move, especially in the East.
All right, he's saying, give me some sleeper teams. Oh, look, we've lost the guest that is live on ESPN.
Like maybe even in the West and put yourself in the conversation. So what are a couple of sleeper teams?
The guest screen flashed from like every time kind of test bar pattern to squiggly lines.
Very old school.
Yeah, like you're watching a pay channel that you didn't subscribe to back in the day. Yeah, that's about how this looked. And all of a sudden it faded out.
Well, now look what you did.
I don't know if you can see me, Chuck.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
There you go. We're back.
I would.
All right, they tried to recover pretty quickly, and I give them some credit for that. You try to put the train back on the tracks, but it wasn't meant to be. There was another problem.
Beef up their situation. And so I would look there as far as Domantas Sabonis, Ja Morant, Giannis, New York, Miami.
Hanging in there.
Definitely teams.
Oh, we lost him again.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
Tell you what, boy, ESPN.
This is my favorite part. You can't have a problem like this on your television show with Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal, all right? This is what they're going to do.
Tell you what, boy, ESPN, pay your bills, man. Pay your bills. I know times are tough.
It was your fault, Chuck, that big-ass head. It was great content.
Shaq says, I'll bring it back. Shaq says, it's your fault, Chuck, your big-ass head blocking the satellite. These guys just constantly ribbing
Why
each
don't
other.
they have a podcast? That's what I'd listen to.
They might pay your bills. I know times are tough.
It was your fault, Chuck, that big-ass head. It was great content while it lasted.
It was, and I love
They never got him back, unfortunately. The satellite blocked by this big head.
I like how he repeated the satellite joke just in case, because some people kind of stepped over it. He wanted to say it again,
And the guys are still talking amongst themselves, but across the table laughing.
Now they have nothing but time to kill. Now it's like, oh, well, we had this whole segment ready for some sort of interview, and now the interview is not happening. So what do? We're completely screwed out of this whole thing. There you go. Love those guys over there.
We lost Sean. That's
God,
crazy.
Because your big ass head.
Pay the bills.
I'm still here.
That's weird.
Oh my God, we're gonna lose half the streamers. They're gonna really actually believe something went wrong here. Let's. By the way, you see the scoreboard up there. C-Line left that up.
Did I?
We can zap that. You unprofessional savage. We have Fritz on the Street coming up today. A little later on today. Play along with us. Fritz on the Street is coming up. No, we didn't have a scoreboard last week because we were just trying to push our way through it and make sure everything was working right. Now I think we're good to go. We're locked in. New sponsors. All is good. Fritz is going to be joining us later on in the show for Fritz on the Street, and I'm excited about that. I also think, I don't know if this is going to bring us together or not, but I wanted to give you a peek of this before we rip things wide open today on the show. But Kid Rock is trying to bring us all together. Kid Rock has showed up to fight for the little guy in the House of Representatives in Congress in Washington, D.C. He's looking a little strange these days. He's got like kind of a Crocodile Dundee motif going on. If you take the laptop, you'll see, there you go. He's got sort of a Crocodile Dundee type hat on.
And a safari vest.
He's got a safari vest, but he's still got the like, I'm a hip hop guy necklace kind of going in some way here. And he was talking before Congress. He's fighting for us all you Kid Rock haters. Maybe this changes your mind.
It looks like if Don Imus had Mr. T as a guest and Mr. T gave him a necklace, just as a gift.
That's not far off.
I'm in a unique position to testify because
Kid Rock,
unlike most of my peers, I am beholden to no one. No record companies, no managers, no corporate endorsements or deals.
No new music.
To put it plainly, I ain't scared.
He says. He's willing to come after the ticket peoples because the ticket peoples, everybody else is corrupted by them. They've got to sell their tickets through Live Nation. I mean,
he hasn't been going on tour, has he? What?
He has those big festivals.
Yeah,
the big Kid Rock festival that's coming to Ocala, like small town country.
One that Ludacris dropped out from or whatever, when there was a little bit of heat from it. They go, it's a MAGA fest. And then there was a whole thing. And so he's out there touring still, but he says Live Nation sucks and they're ripping you off. So he's fighting for everybody.
Scared to speak out on these issues like many artists, managers, and agents are for fear of biting the hand that feeds them. I'm here because hardworking Americans who love live music deserve better.
True.
Because artists deserve control over their own work. No artist should be forced to sell their tickets without a say in who sells them and how they are sold.
True.
What other business in America doesn't control or at least have a say in their own inventory? If artists had real choice, real competition would follow, and tickets would end up in the hands of real fans at the prices we, the artists, set.
I got to tell you, I'm in agreement. I agree with Kid Rock here. I think the concert ticket resale market is anti-capitalist. I think the concert ticket resale market is out of control, and it is designed to go after the little impoverished guy. And I want to fight for those folks who only have a couple extra bucks to scrape together to try to see either a Kid Rock show or a show from some other performer out there. I don't know. Who's the team that cursed the Orlando Magic recently?
No, that's Ghost.
Ghost.
The band.
Ghost. Be it Ghost or Kid Rock, I want you to be able to go see one of these shows without getting ripped off. And he's right about this. The scandal is to push tickets over to the secondary markets, and it's a pretend free market. It's not really a free market.
Didn't we do this already?
Well, we do it all the time, but nothing changes.
Yeah, every band has done this.
I
Pearl
could've
Jam
sworn
tried this.
Yeah, and there was
Pearl Jam.
hundreds of artists, and it was all about the Jeopardy or the Monopoly, and they even, the only thing I saw change was Ticketmaster says all the fees and stuff are there up front.
Yeah.
Not at the end,
So
but,
now the price tag just looks bigger. Pearl Jam has been anti-Ticketmaster for the longest time, and they have a way, I think a couple other bands do this, for at least their biggest fans that are in the fan club. Like you have to buy the tickets from the fan club, and you cannot scalp them. You have to pick them up. They do not mail them to you.
That's better. It's more secure, right?
You have to pick them up at will call and head right into the venue. There is no buffoonery, no scalpery, unless you have, like my friend used to have, an actual fake ID just for Pearl Jam ticket scams.
Good. I think if there's going to be a show, here's what I think. This, and maybe you guys agree or disagree. Tell me. I think if there's going to be a performance, every single venue should have to stipulate next to the ticket that is on sale exactly how many tickets are being made available and how many tickets are being withheld. If tickets are being withheld, what they're being withheld for. If they're being withheld for secondary market sales, they should have to list exactly if they're being held for SeatGeek or whoever it is. And they should also have to disclose the exact arrangement financially made between the band or performer, the venue, and the ticketing agent. All of this should be as clear as day.
Would this not be protected under like trade secrets though? Like it's kind of
no.
Even though it's a little antitrusty.
I want the ingredients to the deal. That's what I want. I want the ingredients to the deal for everybody, not based on just the ticket sales outlets. I want it based on the venues. I want the venues to have to display how many tickets they're selling, not some secret and they go, oh, it's sold out in 15 seconds. And then you look and you go, how are there tickets on StubHub 5 seconds after this? How is it that there were already tickets up beforehand?
Scalpers.
It's because they're all selling stuff secretly behind the scenes. The bands are taking a cut of it. And the performers are taking a cut of it. Ticketmaster is just the paid villain. They're literally the paid villains. There's somebody who always take that role. It's screwy, and we need to push some changes forth. Kid Rock, bless your soul. I hope you win. You won't, though. Unfortunately, you will not.
Have fun
The
at
big
your
question.
festival.
The big question remains: will we see snow? Did we put bets on whether? I think we did. Right? We did.
I
say
had
that.
proposed betting, but I don't know if we put down numbers or where.
And I guess we have to say like what constitutes snow. Like if you have
falls from sky.
No.
Well, but if you have
states.
a little bit of fluff that lands on the windshield of your car, snow, right? It's like if you videotape the snow falling and it hits your hand, snow.
Yeah, agreed.
But if nothing's hitting the ground, it's not snow. It doesn't count. If it's not making it
But if it
actually
hits your
to the
hand, it's not
ground.
going to hit the ground.
Well, but I mean, if it like hits something, if it like lands on something, it survives the fall from way up in the altitudes down onto Earth.
So we all agree, right? Sea light?
We agree that what? That if we see snow.
One has to be at least one pinch of snow.
Okay.
So
I think it should be able to be photographed sitting on a surface, like laying on a surface.
Our surface is kind of hot these days. I don't think it's going to last very long.
But it doesn't have to last very long. You just watch it, take a picture or a little video, dispatch it in over on the website. I still don't think it's going to happen.
I still don't know how this bet works, but all right, challenge accepted.
The bet is this. Do you think there's going to be a pinch of snow that falls in Orlando? A pinch of snow?
I say yes.
West Palm Beach ain't getting none of this. It's not going to happen.
There's a Kalshi market right now that says snow in Miami this month, ?
No
way in Miami.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Nobody has, there's not really any action on it. If I bet $10, if I bet $1, it would pay 100, or is it not letting me get anywhere?
Math ain't mathing.
It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Well, let's start the Orlando one.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm surprised there's not one. That would make more sense. But some stories out there today saying Gulf effect snow. It could happen. Flurries for Florida Saturday, Sunday, into Monday. These days are going to be cold. It's already cold here in the southeastern United States. The Northwest, you're still freezing cold up there. Everybody's cold. Everybody out there is cold, save for those right on the equator in the sweet spot right now. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got some emails to get into. We got an update on the Alex Pretti situation in Minnesota where he was killed by those DHS agents. There's a new video that's come forward on that. We got more details about the liquid syringe spray thing from yesterday. We got a lot happening. Plus, we have to address at some point today the increasingly viral, sent into my inbox, I think 6 times so far this morning, vacuum sex guy. He's going to have to make it on the show. I don't think there's any way around it. We'll see what happens with all this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You won't be running into too much trouble anymore. Morning traffic's cleared up on all the major roadways. Your rides can be smooth if you're just starting off your commute.
Good Thursday morning.
Change traffic tip line at 866.
Welcome to the live stream. Fritz on the Street. Coming up in a couple hours on this show. You can play along with us. We got some juice. In the meantime, I'm going to bring you the latest rundown on the new Alex Pretti video. All the theories around it. Is it AI? What's going on? What does it mean? What does it prove? What are the reactions to this new video of the guy who was killed in Minnesota last week? What does it mean for the future? We'll drop that rundown next. Then I got another rundown, an update on the Ilhan Omar attacker with a syringe squirting the red wine vinegar at her. What do we know about this guy? All that and a lot more on the way. Welcome in, welcome in. What's a rundown? You'll see. It's when there's so much information coming at you that you are run down with info and fully informed on the topic. That's it. Lloyd says, Sean, there is some contradiction in your claim of capitalism. Isn't that what the ticket company is doing, capitalizing? Just to inform you, barely watch your show anymore. You've become Republican. Lloyd, fuck you, first of all. Second of all, you're there every day, and I know you are. Third of all, no, that's not what capitalism and free markets are. Free markets are, at least in my view, involving an open display of information in those markets. That's what makes them free, that one person doesn't get an advantage over another. Free markets are about having transparency in the purchasing process so that we would know, hey, this ticket is actually available to me or it's not. Like all these women who were trying to get the tickets just like Courtney was to this Ulta event, and so many of them were rebuffed, and they tried the second the tickets became available. And then they realized shortly after, like, hey, they were maybe not being fully upfront and honest about how many tickets were actually on sale here and how many they gave to influencers. And so I think there should be fairness in open market ticket pricing. And I think that stuff should be published. 1 minute, we're coming back. The Ulta thing was a disaster. There's a lot of people who didn't really like how it went. I think you just got to be upfront. You got to say, ladies and gentlemen, we only have 3,000 tickets. These tickets, because of demand, will go very fast. Here's how the pricing on the tickets actually works. Here's where the fees go. And I think so many people will be on board with that. I do. Here we go.
Anna, Lannis, Pearl Jam, Weezer, No Doubt, and more. With free weekend. Your favorite era? Just a tap away. Open the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
Got a lot going on today, so make sure you're following along with the show. If you miss anything, you can send a dispatch. How do you do that? Over at thenewsjunkie.com. Emails rolling in just a moment. It's one way you could contact the show. And if you want to be anonymous, that's fine. Just put it up on top of the email. If the email is interesting, insightful, if there's something about it that stands out, I'll try to repeat it back here on the show. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, a rundown. I got a rundown for you because there's major updates on something that we've been talking about. In fact, there's major updates on multiple things we've been talking about, prompting not one, but two rundowns.
Oh my gosh, two rundowns?
Double
We're running. Sabrina,
Yeah.
what did we do?
We are running down a dream on this show.
What?
And just buckle up and sit back. Let's see what we got for you. Alex Pretti is the first update here. This is the guy that was shot and killed by federal officers in Minneapolis. And a new video has surfaced of him. The video was allegedly filmed 11 days before he was shot and killed by these federal officers, wrongly identified by most people as being ICE agents because everything's conflated, like everybody in camo or everybody in like a white car is now just an ICE agent. They were actually Department of Homeland Security or Border Patrol officers in that case. And what they have resurfaced is some footage of the same dude like 11 days earlier. So that same Alex Pretti guy 11 days earlier. Now, the response to this footage, which I'll show those of you on the stream and explain that for everybody else in just a second, has been that this is AI. It's not even real. And everything that I don't like for some reason is fake. That's the new agreed upon thing for online people. But the BBC, who has a pretty good outlet when it comes to this kind of stuff, has confirmed the authenticity of this video that shows that the guy who was killed by those agents, and it was, again, 11 days before he was shot and killed. BBC confirmed the authenticity of the video yesterday. I think since then, his family has also confirmed this video. And let me see if I can bring up the actual footage. Okay, here's the footage. I've got it from like 7,000 different angles because it's such a weird world we live in. Like everything is filmed by everybody everywhere now, which I'm thankful for. Like I am. I mean, I think it's so valuable to be able to see things
and to be able to get more information about stories and not just take everybody's word for it. Still, in the day and age of AI, the video is more powerful. But here's the guy who they say is Alex Pretti, the man who was to be shot and killed by agents down the road. He's screaming at one of these federal agents here by this SUV. Then the agent gets in the vehicle and he goes up to the back of the vehicle, spits on them, and kicks the car as it drives away. And so he kicked the back of the SUV as it started to pull away. I have this from more angles because so many people are saying it's AI. This might be the same angle because this is still further away down the street. Here's another angle of the same incident. I'm going to turn the volume down simply because, as with all these videos, there's so much cursing. But here's the guy who ended up being shot by the feds. He's screaming at them in this interaction.
I know that you can't play
immigration. I almost just played the audio. He is screaming at them, F you, get the F out of here, things like that. He's saying a lot of curse words. Then he spits on them. Then he kicks the back of the SUV.
Oh, damn.
Breaks out the back of the SUV.
Honestly, yeah, good kick.
Yeah. He popped out the taillight on the back of the SUV and then double birds the officers who come out and address him afterwards. And this was not, by the way, I do not believe this was the event that they were talking about where his ribs got messed up, right? And I'll tell you about the reaction to this because I think it's interesting in just a second. But the most interesting thing to me is when you watch a video like this, here's what you see. You see that many of you are being tricked a little bit. You know, you're being pulled along in a particular direction. And instead of telling you what is true, which is already bad, that a man was killed who did not need to be killed, that a man was killed who very much could have been let go by these officers. And, you know, I think they were absolutely wrong in doing that. But that's not enough for some people. So you have to turn him into something different, like he's just this peaceful observer. That's why people were prickly when I said that this guy, Alex Pretti, was an agitator. That he this is what he did when he wasn't
11
working
days prior.
In the ICU, not just 11 days prior. This is what he was doing regularly. He was following these groups around, and he was trying to stop these federal agents from doing their job. And he was interacting with them and spitting on them and kicking their vehicles. This guy clearly was not just sitting there peacefully filming at all of these events. This is what he did. He did not like these people. He wanted to stop them. He wanted to be part of a movement to stop them. He wasn't some peaceful protester. He was part of the group of agitators that were following around and tracking these federal officers in Minnesota. That's very clear, okay? Very clear, whether everybody wants to hear that or not. Now, here's the problem I have with this. I think it could actually make things worse. But a lot of people don't seem smart enough to understand that part. But this is proof that he's had other physical interactions with these officers. And I would say you could make an argument that it would be proof that these officers might have known who he was. And maybe they were more likely to get violent with him because they're like, Jesus, this guy again. The guy who keeps spitting on us and screaming in our faces and kicking the back of our SUVs, and we didn't get to arrest him yet.
So let's put 7 bullets in him?
Oh.
Talk. Don't get so frustrated. It's a discussion, man.
Because your response to what I'm saying is acting as if I'm validating the response that was given.
I am not saying that at all. We're having a discussion. Go on.
You literally just said, so let's put 7 bullets in him. What I'm saying is this guy going up and getting in their faces and doing all these things very well could have fueled the fire that led them to be pissed off and maybe led them to do something they shouldn't have done in the moment, right? So it actually could make things worse. But in order to handle it on that level, you have to first admit that the video is even real, which not a lot of people seem willing to do. Even though I've seen it from multiple angles, there's still a lot of like, it's artificial intelligence, it's not real, et cetera, et cetera. And then they had like this event last night, a town hall, I guess you would say, state of emergency town hall on CNN called Confronting the Crisis in Minnesota. And the mayor of Minneapolis was asked by this. So let's see what he said.
A video like this, which has just emerged, some people are going to see it as in one way, other people are going to see it in another way. Do you think it changes at all? Do you think this video, to you, what does this video say?
I actually haven't yet seen the video, but are we actually making the argument that Alex Pretti should be killed for something that happened like 11 days prior to the shooting itself? No, I think we should be talking about the circumstances that actually led to the killing and what took place.
Okay, see, and I totally agree. We shouldn't say that it justified killing the guy 11 days ago. That's not really the point of it. To me, what it adds to the conversation is that you don't have to pretend like he was some peaceful praying monk on the scene. He literally probably wouldn't even like that, because that's what he was out there doing every day. He was trying to get in between the federal agents and what they were trying to do, whether you agree or disagree. So it's like, hey, bringing this up is tantamount to excusing what was happening or the response to it. No, not at all. In fact, it overcomplicates what actually was happening on the scene. But it does burst this narrative that this was just a guy who was, just the ICU dude just sitting here watching. Like, that's not what this guy was up to. He was, and I don't see him like punching these officers in the face, to be clear, but I do definitely see him by the playbook getting in there and attempting to interfere with what was going on here. That's what he wanted to do.
Did they say, have they pointed out in any of those videos from the past interactions whether he was armed for those as well?
I think I don't know if they know or not, but there was somebody who showed this new footage, and you could see it looked like something was in his back, like he had something in the back of his pants. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he had the gun at this particular thing or not. I haven't seen much more discussion about that. But it's
not that it matters. I was just curious, if what you're kind of saying, how this could be even worse for ICE because they would have known this guy, and been like, oh, it's this guy again, and then thought maybe because he had a gun or something, like, even though it was not something that was pointed at one of them, it was not something that was fired at any point, but I was just curious if he was carrying every time.
What I'm saying is, just looking at this from a completely disconnected point of view, if you told me that officers thought a guy had a gun and then the officers freaked out and they shot that guy and he didn't have a gun at the time because another officer had taken the gun away from him, I would go, okay, that sounds bad. And then I'd say, look at the video, and I go, that is bad. If you told me after that, hey, one of the officers, the one that actually pulled the trigger, was somebody that he spit on a couple of days earlier, I think that changes the equation. I think, and we don't know if that's the case or not, but I think that would change the equation if you had more of a relationship between these two, and it actually would make the person pulling the trigger look worse. But most people aren't taking it that way. It's just like, hey, artificial intelligence, everything I don't like is fake, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, or misinterpreting what the clip is actually all about. The clip is about this. Like, here's CNN talking about this dude afterwards. Here is Anna Navarro talking about him.
They chose to, they killed the wrong guy, right? Because this is like the perfect guy. Alex Pretti is the guy you would want to date your daughter. The guy you would want your son to grow up to be, a decent human being who was serving humanity, serving sick veterans, who is, there is nothing that has been said about that man that isn't wonderful. And so they can't malign him.
So I think this is what this goes to the heart of. It's like, he was this perfect little sweet little angel. No, but you don't have to be, and it's not justice if you only consider a portion of all of this. You have to think about everything that actually went into this moment. Send your feedback over to thenewsjunkie.com. Record a dispatch over there if you'd like to do so. It's easy. You could do video or audio, and you could also send your emails to tips, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, a lot of people have been emailing before the show. Somebody saying this: good morning, News Junkie. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever. Just wanted to send this email. This is anonymous. To get your thoughts and opinions on the queen of rap, Nicki Minaj, and the President Donald Trump linking up. And he said, yes, this person says, he acknowledged Nicki Minaj as the queen of rap on his very own TikTok page. I guess this is going to like Trump's TikTok page. I did see that they were hanging out because I thought the photo, I don't know if you guys have seen this, Trump, Minaj.
And that was the queen of rap, very large nails.
Yeah, have you seen them holding hands?
No.
The video? It's so weird. It's like very bizarre. Here it is. This is the one that I saw. It's Trump and
I just
Nicki
said
Minaj.
that because I know what Nicki Minaj looks like. I didn't know that this photo was going around.
And Nicki Minaj must have, I don't want to exaggerate, 3-inch nails?
Yeah, and he has
maybe
very
longer.
sensitive skin on the top of his hand.
She could rip him apart.
She's got her Wolverine paws around his hands for this event that they were at. And I think he even gave her like the Trump gold card.
Oh,
or
yeah,
at least
so she
that's
can
what they were
become a
saying all the time. So I this is a sideshow. I don't care anything about Nicki Minaj or her opinion on anything, but I thought that part was pretty silly. And I thought there was one other part about this. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but Fox News made a mistake when they were talking about this. Here it is. Okay, I do have it. Fox News was talking about her being with the president and made a mistake and got corrected in real time.
Now, Nicki Minaj and Donald Trump. Now, conservatives, or including myself, were beyond disgusted by some of her lyrics in her songs over the years. WAP, I won't say what that stands for, but
that's not her.
That's Cardi B. Oh, that's how bad I am. That's Cardi B. Thank you, Sam. I stand corrected.
Real-time correction in the IFB or the ears because she said, some of her songs are disgusting.
WAP.
Got that WAP. I won't even tell you what it stands for, but that's not the same person. That is not Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is Super Bass.
Super Bass, Anaconda.
Anaconda, I didn't remember. But yes, Anaconda, Super Bass, those are the only ones I know, I think. I don't know any other ones.
Did it on them.
Don't know that one.
I couldn't have named any
butter.
of these.
Truffle butter, I don't know, but that sounds dirty.
Yeah, it's with Drake and Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Which is ruining culinary things, because they've made truffle butter into a dirty thing. And in the culinary world, a truffle butter is actually a very expensive, tasty add-on to...
Filthy. It's filthy when you get to a conversation like this. So, yeah, I know her from Super Bass, which was honestly a pretty good song. But I think she's kind of...
The movie with Jonah Hill?
No. What did I say? Super Bad instead of Super Bass? Super
You did. No,
Bass
you
is
said
the
it
one.
right. I was doing the joke thing.
Jonah Hill's movie was a classic too. But I think that Nicki Minaj is probably not like in the sphere of popular current performers. And I haven't followed much of what she's doing. But thank you for the email regardless. tipsathenewsjunkie.com. Thank you for sending that over. I got a lot more, but we'll have to hold on to these for a bit. There's another rundown on the way. We'll see what happened with the latest on that syringe situation. But most importantly, when we come back, who wants some mailbox money?
I would like a mailbox money.
Me too.
This is good mailbox money for all involved. How do you get it? Wait till you hear this. I already actually submitted for this one.
Ooh.
I'll tell you how you can. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I think everybody on the show, all the males here on the show can agree, we're dating way above our grade.
Yeah.
Like Jack married way out of his, way, way, way out of his league. She's talented and beautiful and unique. And then Jack is dad bodding it up with me.
Yeah.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Good morning. Welcome in. Everybody on the stream, hello to you. Make sure you are subscribed over on YouTube, please. If you're not, now's the time. Bootsy, I know that. I'm aware. Thank you for putting it on my radar again. But yeah, I think Courtney's getting the Screaming Sicilian BOGOs. And the chicken I have every day for my chicken and sticky rice. Both BOGO at Publix this week. It's a good BOGO week.
We're ready to help you get there. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
One of my favorite things about That Mortgage Guy Don from thatmortgageguyDon.com is the fact that he is part of the Real Radio family.
Twitch folks, hey, hello. Thanks for being there.
Get your questions answered by
Hopefully no glitches today.
See that Don is pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business because he wants you to.
Hey, Angel.
When it comes to big life.
And when we come back, I do have good mailbox money as far as opportunities for people.
And that, my friends, is That Mortgage Guy Don. Get peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to That Mortgage
Alicia
Guy
says
Don.
those pizzas are so damn good. They are, really. I could be wrong because I don't have the most like extensive experience with all of the many different types of oven pizzas that you find at the grocery store. But I have had a bunch of them. Like I've had all the DiGiorno's and just like a bunch of different mainstream options. The Screamin' Sicilians are very good. They're crunchy. They are quite good. A lot of toppings. Reminds me of Dolphin Swan Hotel pizza. I never tried that. What kind of chicken? Just like little sliced chicken. Tiny sliced chicken pieces. All right, we'll come back in just a couple of minutes. Question chat. Does the new Alex Pretti video change your mind on anything? Yes, no, or AI? So I know the folks who think it's AI. Yes, no, or AI? Yes, no, or AI? I think what happened in this situation is like so obviously clear to somebody whose brain isn't boiling in anger. And that is a guy who was among the people who were following around these federal officers, a guy who was like one of the agitator types who was trying to block in the feds and do his thing. He got into it on multiple interactions with the feds. Then he got in on this interaction, and his gun dropped to the ground, and then they were not speaking to each other, the federal officers, in a way that was so bad that it became deadly, because they had no idea that the gun had been completely removed from the scene and was not a threat to any of them involved. And they fired on this guy and shot him. The big question should be, are those officers anybody who he had a previous interaction with? Did they know that it was this guy? Were they taking out a little extra aggression on Alex Pretti? That is the question. It's so obvious to me that that's the question. Was there 4 guys on him? And were there 5 at some points in time? Because that they had interacted with him where he kicked their SUV and did all this stuff? That's a good question. But he clearly wasn't just some peaceful observer. It makes him look more combative. He absolutely should have been arrested, but shooting was not necessary. True. Beyond not necessary, really. I'd go further. Was shooting him a crime? I don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody who will be convinced on that. But it definitely was not warranted in that situation. But it's not enough, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to like make him into a perfect, unassailable angel as well. Why not be like, hey, what he was doing I find fully defensible, if that's the way you feel. I find fully defensible. I think he was doing the right thing when he was doing this. And no matter what, at the end of the day, he didn't deserve to be shot. Boom. Get it? Fair. Totally agree. But I think people are trying to do something different here. 2 minutes. Do you think the officers will not use that as an excuse even if they weren't there, especially since you can't identify them? Well, I don't think it's an excuse, Kyle, because... So I think it makes them look worse, personally. Maybe you disagree. I think it makes them look worse if they did recognize him. If he was just some random guy to them and then this happened, that looks very bad. But if he was approached by them and treated in the way that they treated him because they had like prior anger, I think that seems worse. 90 seconds. R. Willie, no, I don't believe he was. I don't think he was arrested.
218-8877.
Hang on.
800-218-8877. That's
800-218-8877. 800-218-8877. That's 800-218-8877.
Orlando Harley-Davidson Bike Night is 2 nights. Come party with us at the Orlando Harley-Davidson Historic Factory just off I-4 across from the mall at Millennia. Starting at 6 p.m., it's Orlando Harley-Davidson Bike Night. For more details, visit OrlandoHarley.com.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Italian subs for your finance team at Chicago. Easy Cater. Burritos for your call center crew in Plano. Easy Cater. Bagels for your sales reps meeting clients in Charlotte. Easy Cater. Hot chicken sandwiches for your third shift warehouse workers in Memphis. Easy Cater. Your teams may be spread out across the country, but you've got one platform to feed them all, whenever and wherever they work, with food they love from favorite restaurants. Easy Cater. Food for the workplace, all in one place. Order now at easycater.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked.
Box money. What's that? I keep my eye on these class action settlements, and you can get money out of it. It ends up in your mailbox eventually. More mailbox money info coming up in just a moment. Lots of people joining us on the show. I'll get to a couple of dispatches, emails, etc., all that good stuff. I was giving the update on the Alex Pretti thing, who was the guy who was shot and killed by the feds in Minneapolis. And the new video shows 11 days before his death that he was fighting with these officers. He was spitting at them, cursing at them, and then kicking the back of the SUV, like knocking the tail light or whatever off of the back of the SUV. I do not understand why, when this kind of stuff comes out, there is the insta response, which is, well, so that means it's okay to kill him, which is what the texting service engages heavily in at the moment, I guess. And it's like, this should be pretty simple. Really, it should be. It should be like, what happened? What happened was there was a guy who was in Minneapolis where these feds were. It was DHS and border security that were at this particular area. There was a skirmish that broke out. It ended with this guy dead. And then the only important question from there is, did he deserve to die? Now, I don't think he did. And I think these officers were in the wrong to shoot him. But that's not enough for some people. You just have to engage in fantasy. It is a fantasy to suggest that he was just some peaceful dude who was sitting there, kneeling and with peace signs. No, he was there with an agenda. He wanted to stop these dudes. He thought he was dedicated to the idea and using his free time to go out there and try to stop the feds and to do what he thought, I'm going to guess, he assumed was right. And in doing that, he was getting violent with these officers at some points in time. That doesn't negate anything. It doesn't excuse why these officers shot and killed him. It just adds a little bit of flavor to the conversation and information and details to it. And it negates a little bit of some of the arguments where it was like, well, they just grabbed him and he wasn't, he was there just to be a peaceful protester. I don't think that narrative was ever going to stand. But a lot of people react that way. So there you go. I think it just shows that this was more complicated than people thought. I think it could show that those officers may have known him from previous interactions. And that's why I thought
they would never admit that. I couldn't see that. I mean, how would you prove it without them going, yeah, we knew who that was?
Well, what if they're in that video? if they're in that video and they're, interacting with this guy, he's wearing the same outfit. He's wearing like the same exact outfit, same beard, same everything. So my point was, if you could somehow prove that some of those officers were the same ones from previous encounters with this guy, and then you would go, hey, was the reason they were being so heavy-handed to begin with was because they had built up aggression toward this guy? That would be something interesting to hear, I think. But, it's like you must 1,000% agree, otherwise I'm going to burn your house down. That's some of the reaction from the crazies today. Keep those coming. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. Mailbox money. Let's go to something non-divisive for a moment. As a palate cleanser for you. If you have either had a vehicle with Sirius XM in it,
damn it,
or Sirius XM has ever called you and pitched their services to you, you could be somebody who picks up some money from this big settlement that just paid out.
I could get it just for having the vehicle?
Well, they take your number. That's what I did. This is what I did. I'm going to tell everybody else how to do it because it's a $28 million payout. Damn. And if they called millions of people, if they just so happen to call your phone, you will get some money out of this payout. And let me see the actual website. I'll have to put this up on See It Now because it's they always make the stupid settlement websites like way more complicated than they need to be.
Check your spam folders too, because that's when you get your email that has the ID, the claim ID, which if you don't have that, then it's a whole process as well. Very complicated.
This one's a little easier for that side of things, Sabrina, but it says SXM TCPA settlement. I'll put it up on CNN now. I'll put it up on CNN now. It's Sirius XM, and it says a notice of $28 million in a proposed class action settlement with Sirius XM. And the exclusion deadline is not till March 27th, so you have some time. If you submit a claim over on the website, it says, did you get a notice in the mail or via email? Or if you didn't, and I clicked didn't because I don't know if I saw it or missed it, but it doesn't matter. You just put in your information. For me, it auto-filled it over on Google. And then you put in your telephone number, and they check the telephone number with whatever list of numbers that they called that they weren't supposed to call. If you're not on it, what did you lose? 2 seconds of your time? If you are on it, you will actually get a payment from them via Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, whatever. They have lots of different types of ways you could do this. I did it yesterday when I was looking at this. It took me, seriously, maybe 6 or 8 seconds or something.
Unintended?
It did not take me very long. Different serious, but did not take me very long to do this, and I don't think it will for you either. Let me get a screenshot here so I can pop this up on See It Now because the web address is not one that is going to stick with you. And that's
SMXW.
XMTCPAsettlement.com is the name of the website. And that is not catchy for many reasons. Probably one is so less people go. Sirius XM mailbox money form. Okay, I'm putting it up right now.
That's a lot of money.
Did they
stay afloat?
Did they say how much money? Because you said the settlement is $28 million and that they called millions of people.
Yes.
So if they called 1 million people, is that what, $28 a person?
Well, it also depends on how many people actually go to fill out this form. I don't think millions of people will do it.
Right, well, exactly. But also, we have to take into account the attorney's fees, which could be up to
a lot.
$9.33333.33 million. Like it's $9,333,333.33.
Yeah, this says a third of it. So about that much could just be yanked away immediately. Still leaving, though, millions of dollars for whoever takes these steps and actually goes to the website. That's why we do Mailbox Money. Go check it out.
I'm not complaining.
I
want to just get the monies.
Go fill it out just for the heck of it over at thenewsjunkie.com. Look at the See It Now section. Click the story about this satellite radio class action lawsuit and go fishing for a little bit of money yourself. Should be easy enough to do. Go check it out over on thenewsjunkie.com right now. Okay, let's see. A couple people emailing. Tim says, so what is your point about the new video? So just because those so-called police officers or agents were upset with him on other occasions, that gives them some room to be overzealous when confronting him. Nobody's saying he's some kind of peaceful praying monk, WTF. Okay. I'm going to address this one last time and then I'm moving on because sometimes I think it's people just hearing what they want to hear, or I'm being as clear as I can. I'll be crystal clear. I mean to say that the video of him doing this could go two ways. It could go to show you that he was prone to get violent with these federal officers, which is kind of clear from the video. Or it could show you, hey, his interactions with these officers may have fueled their anger towards him, right? If that's what fueled their anger towards him, it makes the case against them look worse, right? Very clearly, if they had another reason to be aggressive, and which is why there were many officers around him, that would be worse for their case. So this could go in two different angles for them, for sure. None of this justifies that the man was killed. I don't know where you're getting that from. What you're arguing with your shadow. It's not anything that I am saying. It's simply something worth noting and adding to the conversation. And you're absolutely wrong about people saying that this guy was just a peaceful observer. That was 100% the tact from the jump. And I said there were protesters, tens of thousands of them, in Minnesota, specifically in the Minneapolis protesters. They were simply people taking to the streets and public areas with signs. They were marching along. They were saying whatever their piece was. That is one thing. That is what I would refer to as a protester, a peaceful protester, whatever you want. Then there was a group of people, several thousand of them, following along in different chats on Signal and other platforms, social media, et cetera, and they were spotting all of these different federal agents everywhere and going there to interfere and block them from what they were doing because they, I suppose, thought that was right. That's different. That is a different thing. That is not part of one of the protests. To me, that's not a protest. To me, I don't even know if that's legal for them to be doing that. So to me, that's a totally different thing. It's not justification for somebody's death, and you should pick that up based on what I'm saying right now. But it's also not just a peaceful observer. Those two things are different. Anyhow, past that, if you have more feedback, I'll read it. But I'm tired of arguing against things that I'm not saying. We will get to more of your dispatches coming in. I've got to get to, I think we'll do this at the top of the hour. But the story that has been emailed to me a shocking amount of times, I would say, this morning and even yesterday about this guy and his wife. This guy and his wife got caught up in some very, very sexual things. And the guy in particular seems to be quite strange. I've got the police information about what this dude did in front of some onlookers. And it's a lot weird. It's not even a little bit weird. It's a lot weird. But those details are coming up next on the News Junkie.
Congratulations, Lisa. You just won $1,000 from Real Radio.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe this is happening.
Who's next? Your chance to win is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Seems like construction still causing some slowdowns on.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Don't forget, you can record a video or audio dispatch to get your thoughts on the show in front of everybody else. Go hit that button, record over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. God bless, God. Quick note. Where's my story? Quick note. Secret shows will be tonight here in the studio. Uncensored and streamed on the News Junkie Discord page. The News Junkie Discord page is available as a link over on thenewsjunkie.com if you want to go check that out, all right?
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. It's a new year, and it can be a new you. If you're going to be getting in shape and be working out, check your heart. And what I mean is, call a friend at Life Imaging FLA and have them give you the free heart scan. Yeah, they can do that for you. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is such a great value
Dyson vacuums are kind of sexy. Woo! Never been into it myself. It was insane. People are freaking out. What was insane? What are people freaking out about? Do we get another double SS? Not this week. Honestly, it's getting a little dicey on the secret shows because Josh was not feeling well. And I was like, this would be bad. If this slowly made the rounds to everybody on the show, this sickness, I'm still coughing. I coughed this morning. 3 a.m. Woken up, I coughed like 2 or 3 times. Still. So I'm just thankful we have a secret show coming tonight in general, but we do. I did not make out with Josh. That is not what started this. No. Sean has the podium. Going to piss off the Colt with facts again. Buddy, I'm just here to explain and tell people what's going on in the world. Will you make out with Josh? I will not. We have seen Josh all year, have we? Haven't we? Yes. I think. I mean, he hasn't been sick, but now all of a sudden he's not feeling so hot. But I think he's good. 2 minutes and we're back. Have you heard of those soup drops? No, but I'll have to check that out. I'm trying really hard to avoid politics. I know I can be very passionate on the subject and can rub some people the wrong way. I don't watch news. I remove political posts that show up on my Facebook feed. God, that seems like a never-ending quest of whack-a-mole. To remove all the political posts on your page?
The fact is, it's not just me that thinks he's great. The Home Builders Network has been nominated by the Orlando Weekly as Orlando's best when it comes to windows and doors. So reach out to Mike, the home builder.
The only thing that mildly frustrates me is just blatant and obvious misinterpretations or reactions to things that I didn't say, which happens to me all the time. And it's not because I'm not communicating clearly. I mean, I'm saying things very clearly, but we're in a climate where people just hear what they want. So it can be frustrating. How often do you think about Josh? I think about him. Well, as of this week, I've thought about him every day. Every day I've said, hey, let me stop, text Josh, check in, see if he's feeling a little better, see how he's feeling about Thursday. But I think we're good. We got this vacuum guy coming up next. I don't know what to make of this story, but a lot of people sent it in, so we'll talk about it. All right, we're coming back right now, actually. Here we go.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Yep. February 2025 Nielsen.
Loot. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
Newsroom. Please do ignore all the other shows out there or the stations that'll play the same songs every 3 seconds over and over and over again, and hang out with us each day to go over all things viral here on the show. All right, we'll get to some feedback, dispatches, all of that good stuff momentarily, but I did want to work in something that was sent over a strange amount of times. I mean, people were really into this story, even though this is a pretty filthy little story you guys got your eyes on out here.
Oh, but come on, it's titillating.
Fantastic.
It is very bizarre. It is a bit titillating, I will agree. And it's about a guy named Kevin Westerhold, 51 years old. He stands accused of doing some very strange things. This is a peek at Mr. Westerhold here for those of you watching on YouTube. And he finds himself in some trouble.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was doing some pretty strange things, all right? And he was with his wife at some Airbnb, and things just got real weird. So I'll give you some of the details first. And
you got a bad review for this?
I
Do you think he chose that Airbnb in particular for the amenities available?
Did the device in question belong to the Airbnb?
Well, we need to get to these details real quick. Here we go. Let's see. From News 6, this says, an Oviedo, Florida man was arrested this week after he was caught engaging in a, quote, sexual performance. All right? Don't hate me for what follows. This is just the news. Engaging in a performance with a vacuum cleaner, the story says.
Do we know the brand?
Deputies say they responded to Grassendale Street in Kissimmee, Florida, after having reports of a man exposing his sexual organs in front of a residence. The victims observed this behavior, and they provided a statement and a cell phone recording of a male partially clothed in front of a residence, engaged in activities with a vacuum cleaner. This guy was. Now, when they arrived, he had left the scene, I guess. He and his wife were listed as the hosts of an Airbnb and a home in the Windsor Hills Resort area, they suggested. Apparently, a complaint had been reported just the day before about a guy who had been walking around in a shared hallway space nude, investigators revealed. Video of that incident was captured on a Ring camera and was given to the police. It didn't stop there, though. The investigating deputy canvassed the area and spoke with other residents that provided statements of similar behavior by the same suspect. The incidents were reported to the Homeowners Association back in December. More video was provided to the deputy of similar incidents of the suspect appearing either partially clothed or nude in the hallway of the residence. So he's walking around this building in this shared hallway, just flopping around naked, and sometimes maybe even doing more than that. And they finally got a warrant for the guy and arrested him.
Battery powered?
There's a what?
He's walking around, so that's a battery powered. That's a cordless vacuum cleaner.
I don't know if they say more about the actual vacuum cleaner activity. All right, here's from the police.
If you
report.
weren't a woman, I would question your question.
What do you mean?
This is the official.
I can clean a vacuum cleaner if I want.
As in, what model is this vacuum cleaner?
Mm-hmm.
Is it on Amazon?
I've been shopping around.
Is it Prime?
I don't think it's a Dyson.
This is from the sheriff. So this is like official sheriff's documentation. I'm not trying to just titillate people. I'm reading it from the sheriff's documentation. The victims observed his behavior and provided a statement and a cell phone recording of a male partially clothed in front of a residence engaged in a sexual performance with a vacuum cleaner. Now, it doesn't say where the vacuum cleaner was plugged in. Doesn't say handheld or central vac. It doesn't say any more about it than that.
There's only so many ways
that there was a vacuum cleaner. Yeah, and I wouldn't think. I'm just going to guess here. I wouldn't think it would be a Dyson because the one I have, I don't even know if you'd be able to do that.
Well, obviously, you don't have the.
I mean, I want
the extension.
Yeah,
mine's like mine's the floor Dyson thing. Oh, it does have a tube extension.
Yeah.
It does. It does have a tube extension on it. You could put that one on it if you wanted to, I guess. I have to tell you, I don't know how you would do this and not be incredibly worried about the damage that it was going to do to your body. The vacuum cleaner.
I think people that do these kinds of things don't.
Well, you don't press the max button.
They don't think that far ahead.
I only have one button. I don't have a max button. I just have.
I don't think you vacuum that much.
I do.
There's a max button on the Dyson.
I vacuum the studio. I'm the one that does it. I'm the person who vacuums around here. I'm the one who vacuums the carpet.
I am the one who vacuums.
Have you ever considered banging your Dyson?
I have not. It seems like a violent machine. When you hit the button,
all right. Now, I have a question that I can't bring myself to ask Moses, so I'll just put it here, and we'll just leave it here.
Okay.
It's not going to stay here.
Mm-mm.
The charge is exposure of sexual organs.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you were fully
immersed,
vacuumed,
that doesn't include all of it.
I mean, just hypothetical.
You still have berries.
I understand.
You may be giving this guy more credit than he deserves. You know, the whole kit and caboodle might fit up in this thing. It might be.
Actually, who are we to assume that's where he had the vacuum?
Where else would he have? Could you do another angle on your body with a vacuum?
That's where things are exposed, and then the vacuum's where the sun don't shine.
Maybe it wasn't sexual. Maybe he was trying to relieve some constipation.
A lot of people are suggesting it could have been a shop vac. Folks, we don't need to get any further. We know that the guy is in custody right now, and he was doing a lot of creepy, weird stuff, and he was wandering around naked in all these shared areas, which seems like predatory behavior to say the least. If you're walking around a shared hallway naked and exposing yourself, you know why you're doing that? You're doing that so that eventually somebody encounters you and you're excited about that.
But
and maybe you're going to go further.
I mean, the balls, I guess, to have an Airbnb. There's a lot of rules that come along with that.
Yeah.
If this is your livelihood, you don't have any income anymore, and you have to pay for court.
Because I was a little confused by this. They said the wife and the guy who did this were Airbnb hosts.
Mm-hmm.
That means I would just guess that they are the owners of a place, not the people renting out.
Yes.
Guest and host, right? Like host is the people who own the place.
Yeah.
Guests are the people who are like renting an Airbnb. So yeah, I would think that would negatively impact you. Probably. The whole neighborhood is aware.
I want to see that review page.
Same.
We know that there's videos. We know that there are videos of this gentleman and whatever he was doing.
How do you try to get your money back from Airbnb?
You got a good case. If you start talking about the details of this particular incident, I think they'll say, hey, we just want to wash our hands of this. We don't want to be attached to this vacuum cleaner guy in the news at all. We don't want to do that.
But still, I mean, if you were all in, is it really exposure?
Yes.
I mean, we don't know what happened in just the vacuum occasion. No, we can't ask Mo about this. It's already too weird when he comes in each week and we hit him with the questions. C-Lane was right to anticipate that this one would be even a little further
inappropriate. It's
just out of bounds. It's out of bounds.
You're right. It was a little further. Yeah.
I don't know how far it was because they didn't stipulate on the report here. I want to present one more thing to you. Just an absolutely bizarre moment. I'll put this up on See It Now, and then we'll get to some of your feedback here, especially about the weather, because it is a frosty one for the United States of America. There was a woman. This is real, not AI, right? For those of you watching on YouTube, and for everybody else, check it out on See It Now. This reporter in San Francisco was on the streets, and she was doing a report about a mountain lion that had been spotted in San Francisco, like around downtown, which is, obviously this is a pretty rare occurrence, but they saw a mountain lion wandering around downtown San Francisco. The reporter goes out there. Watch this. See if you guys spot what was of interest during her report, and then I'll explain it for everybody else. It's ABC7.
Is good news, meaning he is healthy enough, doesn't need any more assessment.
All right.
They won't say exactly where he'll be released, but they do tell us he'll remain in
Coyote?
this region.
All right. In the background of her report, a coyote just nonchalantly walks by this woman doing a report about a mountain lion.
It looks like it's using the crosswalk.
It is. Or stalking that person who does not know a coyote is following them.
Like that's definitely a coyote, right? That's not just some mangy dog or something.
I know a coyote when I see it.
I think there's a coyote in the middle of this woman's shot as she's doing a report about another piece of wildlife, another type of animal.
The cameraman just had the widest eyes.
No, the thing is, she didn't even say anything.
She didn't know.
Yeah, she didn't even see what was happening. She doesn't even actually respond to it. She's like,
meaning he is healthy enough, doesn't need any more assessment.
Person walks across the crosswalk.
Be released, but they do
Coyote.
In this region. In San Francisco tonight, I'm Francis Wang, ABC 7 News.
The cameraman should
Francis Wang.
I bet it's her by herself.
It might be. It might be just her by herself, so she never even saw it. Because the cameraman would have, like, is there any way the cameraman would not have immediately swung the camera following the coyote that was strangely enough behind this lady?
Great camera work. Now she has to go back the following day saying there's a coyote on the loose at this exact street corner. And then a mountain lion.
Yeah.
Every day an escalation. Let's
Yeah,
see here. Mountain lion coyote report. There it is for you over on the website. Check it out. This is where we can knock down the visuals and make it so everybody can see what's going on. And I'm putting that up over on the See It Now section. That's in the menu right there on the website at thenewsjunkie.com. There it is for you. Go check it out when you can. While you're there, let us know what's on your mind. You got thoughts about things, I'm sure. You're an opinionated bunch. You can let me know what you think. Video or audio dispatches, fire one off. Send it over to thenewsjunkie.com. All right. Quick email about the cold. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. This person, Jacob, says, good morning, junkies. Good morning, good afternoon. We'll take whatever.
Good night.
I, like a lot of your listeners, I'm sure, am a Florida native. Yeah, a lot of the listeners are in Florida. Not all of them. We have people listening in a lot of other places, too. But many of you are from Florida. And this person says, I, like a lot of your listeners, am a Florida native, and I've never had to do any kind of cold preparation. As for native, a lot of Floridians I have found are not native Floridians, like
True.
not born in Florida. I certainly wasn't. I'm a faker. I live in Marion County, where they are saying we could get possible snow in my area, says Jacob. Are you guys aware of anything you should do to your home to prepare for this cold? Even if you guys don't know, I would love to hear tips from your wide range of listeners. I love the show, and I've been listening since I was in the front seat of my dad's S10 as a kindergartner. Oh, my God.
Oh.
I'm leaving. Are we at
That's
that
sweet.
point?
Yeah.
Are we at that point in this show where they were in kindergarten and now they're grown
Now he's
up?
a homeowner?
Damn.
The hell?
Jesus.
Wait a second. He's been listening to this show?
He says, I was listening on the front seat of my dad's S10 as a kindergartner. That's when he started listening to the show.
So that means
years
he's
ago.
maximum
20.
18.
He says, and now I have my daughter following in the tradition of learning about the three best friends she never knew she had. Keep up the great work. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, says Jacob. So I will take what you're saying to the show, Jacob, and pass it along. Because if you folks have any tips, if there's anything that people should know, what they should do to prepare their house. I know I heard some interesting things about preparing your pool. I have a pool, and I was very unaware of this. I'll take clarification on that, too. If we've got some information maybe that you can help spread that would help people out. Because for many of us, I know we sound like whiners, but it's going to get down colder than it has in a very, very long time, like into the 20s, into freezing territory. So what do you do with the plants? Which plants do you cover? Do you bring them inside? Your pool, what do you do with that? What do you do with your house? What can you do to prepare for all of this? Please do chime in, and I'll spread the word along just like that to our emailer. One more. This is Chase emailing the show. Hello, News Junkie crew. Hope you're keeping warm. A lot of my family in Buffalo, New York, and my cousin sent me this. A lot of my family is in Buffalo, New York. My cousin sent me this to measure how much snowfall they have. Thought you'd appreciate this as much as I did. He says it's a new way to measure snow. Let me bring up. It's hot dogs. They go outside, I guess, with hot dogs, and you can measure the amount of snow that has built up by dogs.
Important question, though. We can only see 3 dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a 4th?
Down here underneath?
Yeah.
Is there a base dog? And are the hot dogs simply sticking to each other because it's so cold that they're frozen?
No, there's going to be some sort of...
Link?
Maybe like a toothpick sticking between them? Because it's a staff of 3 hot dogs that is showing people, the viewers, and it's honestly very useful. It's just take a glance at it, I could be like, well, it's nearly 2 hot dogs deep outside in the snow. I hadn't seen that before, so thank you for sending that across, Chase. I appreciate it. Buzz on YouTube says, Sean, your pool will not freeze, but if you have a variable speed pool pump, I do. You can run it on low speed overnight. See, that's what I had heard. Or if you have a heat pump, you might as well just run that. Turn off any solar heat, says Buzz. Thank you for the information, Buzz. That's appreciated.
What if you don't have a variable speed? What if you just have one speed?
Oh, then what do you do? Do you just keep it on like the highest speed? All right, we'll get feedback on all of this stuff because I think there are a lot of people who listen to the show who are trying to wonder how to be prepared for this upcoming weekend. So the least we can do amidst the chaos, the fireballs, all the controversial stuff going on is bring people together on that front. I certainly hope we could do that.
I need that pool answer because I literally have somebody on their way to my house right now to do leak detection on my pool.
Really?
And that's whatever they tell me at the end of this process is probably going to cost me a lot of money. So I would like to not make that situation any worse.
Right. True. I don't blame you. All right, we'll take more feedback on this, the preparation side of things. When we come back, before too long, we're going to get geared up for the next episode. We got Fritz on the street on the way a little bit. As I said, I got another rundown. I got new information about the Syringe Gate incident, the spraying of that mystery liquid that we looked into yesterday. Some interesting new information and a whole lot more on a busy Thursday. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
My testosterone is popping today.
It is today. It's you're that guy today.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Don't pat.
The more I slap it, the harder it gets, Ron. I like to look him in the eye when I say stuff like that, too.
Look at you.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
You're not going to be running into too much trouble if you're just starting off your commute or heading out to get some lunch here. Traffic is up to speed on most of the major roadways. Construction still causing some slowdowns on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road, but there's nothing too serious really affecting your ride there. On Conroy Road by the interstate, there's an accident getting cleared up, so just look out for emergency crews on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
From rock legends to modern icons, Lake Nona Live Tribute Festival unites every genre for a day of music, fun, and memories. One stage, endless hits, one unforgettable day for the whole family. Join Jack Bradshaw from The Jim Colbert Show at the ultimate outdoor music experience as Lake Nona Live Tribute Festival brings the biggest hits of every era to the lawn at Boxey Park on February 7th from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. with a special kid.
Hello. We'll get some information on that, though. I think they said the problem is if the water is going through the PVC pipes and it freezes up, it could be bad. Like, it could break the pipes and stuff. So I think I'm going to keep mine running. Hey, folks. Welcome in. Welcome in. Fritz on the Street coming up at the top of the hour. That means 1 o'clock for those of you not good with time. Everybody else, jump on in. Thanks to those of you who watched my short form video yesterday. It was terrible, but I'm still doing testing to try out this new format of video. I'm going to change a couple more things around. The goal is to try to get small short form narrative news clips out there to draw in a good size audience, to try to bring in new viewers on the stream and all sorts of stuff like that. And when I make the videos in that format, I can put them on like 4 different platforms, like TikTok and everything. Hello. Hello. Hi, how are you? You need me to turn off the microphone? Yeah, you be careful.
No, I know.
Yeah, because I remember doing that. It is not easy.
No, because then I had like fingerprints on it.
It's a twisting thing. Are you going to try to actually take them off? Okay, yeah, I would just, because it's almost like the ones that are the chandelier thing. Oh, God. Folks, jump on board. Hang out with the show. I'm here hosting every single day, every weekday, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And because you guys are a growing, strengthening audience of awesome people, you have unlocked a bonus stream. So not only will we have a stream on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but in the midst of the cold snap, baby, a Sunday stream, an after show stream, a bonus stream on YouTube and Twitch coming up on Sunday at 3 p.m. So don't miss it, okay? Please and thank you. Jack says, what did Cordy just tell you? He's texting me. Jack, I can't explain it. I'm not allowed to say. Courtney has only ever one time come in here and said anything that would be even moderately controversial. But I like if I mute the microphone, it always makes it seem nefarious. Whatever it is, it could be like the most basic thing in the world. She could be like, do you want me to get some bagels at the grocery store? And I'm like, whoa! Why would you say that about Mexicans? Don't do that. Yeah, enough with the Polish jokes. How could you say that about Italians? I Riplet pregnant? No. Where do we see the bonus stream? Oh, guys, the bonus stream will be right here, the same places you watch it every day. It'll just be Sunday at 3 p.m. on a stream on YouTube and Twitch. But thank you for asking. How many packs of toilet paper do you need, Sean? She doesn't need to ask me that question. Although, I am constantly amazed by the prices of toilet paper and paper towels at the grocery store. Paper towels are fully out of control. Fully out of control. There's not enough competition, I think, for the paper towel marketplace. Because you just like, $26 for a big thing of paper towel? It's pretty crazy. You get the brawny ones, and it's like paying for a premium. All right, here we go.
To take to lead with clarity and purpose. I'm Jessica Chen, and in season 2 of Leading by Example, we'll sit down with executives like Grace Chen of Birdie Gray to find out.
Founders need to learn how to get out of their own way and make space for bringing in the experts.
Listen to Leading by Example, Executives Making an Impact on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Leading by Example and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Broadcasting live from the world's most dysfunctional think tank. This is the news.
Boy, is it good to see you around here. Not only can you listen here on this station, you can also watch live over on YouTube or twitch.tv/The News Junkie. I know that the Super Bowl is coming up, not this weekend. First we freeze out, then we get the Super Bowl, right? So you got the Super Bowl coming up next weekend. and it'll be Super Bowl Sunday, the big game, all of that stuff. Just people excited across the board, I'm sure. But I have a question for everybody. And this was brought up by one of the most popular posts online today that I've seen, is people discussing, and this is obviously a topic that would bring out this stuff.
Facebook,
what was the worst
Instagram, Twitter, y'all
Super Bowl performance of all time? And then they dive in and they all fight about, it was this one, it was Kendrick Lamar, everybody has, the one that they thought was the worst. When Shakira went, or whatever was your lowest moment for the Super Bowl halftime show. But what came to my mind was
Adam Levine's nipples.
What happened to all the alternatives? Weren't there literally people saying we're going to book another band? We're going to have something where if people aren't interested in seeing Bad Bunny,
the Kid Rock and Creed Super Bowl,
America Fest or something.
None of those happened. Not a single one, because I was informed by multiple sources and multiple stories that because people were saying that they didn't care about seeing Bad Bunny and Espanol for the Super Bowl halftime show, that there would be something to pull the audience in another direction, outside of like the Puppy Bowl or other counter programming type things that you see. And I don't see any of it anymore. I don't know if they just didn't want to do it, or if it fell apart, or if it got too expensive. I haven't seen, I've seen people saying online, like, wasn't Creed supposed to play? Isn't there going to be a counter programming Super Bowl halftime show?
I remember a forum had gone out, right? A questionnaire. It's like, do you want to see Christian music, R&B, country,
maybe
something like that?
No.
People answered it, though.
Yeah, there was, at the time, they were trying to think, what's the best thing money-wise for us to do here? How can we utilize this to counter-program perfectly to the audience? What are our demographics? I think there are a lot of people who would be willing to tune elsewhere if there was some competing thing. We went back to the one time when there actually was major counter-programming to the Super Bowl, when In Living Color, the sketch show at the time, which was trying to compete with Saturday Night Live and stuff, they threw a counter-programming event.
Yeah, but that was when the halftime show sucked. That's when the halftime show was still just like little marching bands and stuff.
That's what pushed them. That's what pushed them to make the halftime show a big spectacle and stuff. But there's
without
not
In Living
much
Color,
of that.
there would be absolutely none of that.
It never would have happened. J-Lo wouldn't have been there to witness it. There wouldn't have been a left shark or a right shark. We wouldn't have had any of
I forgot about left shark.
So I think all of this talk, all of this conversation about there being something else to tune into, which I legitimately would consider if there was like another lineup that I thought was better, I'd go, all right, let's change it to that. Let's watch that, and then let's change it back.
It's all talk.
And I don't believe that anybody's actually doing it, unless I'm missing something. As always, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. Correct me if there is somebody actually doing this. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I don't think they are. I think everybody gave up on it, which is unfortunate.
I mean, I can't imagine they would have decided that it wasn't worth the money.
Unless they said, well, if we had Creed, people would tune in, and then Creed goes, we want $7 million.
But, yeah, here's the thing. Like, if you did a counter-programming Super Bowl halftime show and you needed to make it profitable, like, aside from just wasting your money to prove a point and go, people didn't really want to see Bad Bunny, we're putting Creed up here, you can't really have a lot of commercials if you want to maximize your time here. So you would need to pay for this purely in product placement. I'm talking like Creed drinking Coca-Colas with Nikes on, with the biggest Fender guitars you could see,
a shirt just sewed top to bottom with logos,
and the Poly Market monkey is just dancing on the like that guy from Mighty Mighty Bosstones just the whole time.
Every nefarious internet casino has sponsored this thing. It's just maxed. You have money maxed your event. I think that they have shut this down.
And so, some of the people I think who would put up the biggest numbers either already are putting money towards the Super Bowl. I mean, like even the brands that I just mentioned likely have Super Bowl ads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, lots of the big ones.
And I'd be curious if the NFL was like, hey, we're going to approve this Super Bowl ad, but you can't run any counter-programming advertising.
I really am curious about that. And by the way, when I said this got shut down or whatever, I don't mean like the football NFL strongmen came over and told them to shut it down. It just seems like the people who are hyping this up and
Did you
promising
get the written
this,
permission of the National Football League?
It seems like they just quit. They didn't do it. They didn't go through with it. And I want to know why. Because the weirdest thing is this. A lot of you might think, maybe you're thinking about the Super Bowl coming up and you're thinking about the halftime show. Maybe some percentage of you are like, I'm excited to see Bad Bunny. I want to see it. That's cool. Okay, great. There's you. Then there's other people who are like, I don't care about this. I wish they would have picked somebody else. And you know what? Honestly, I want to send a message. I want to send a message to the NFL that we will tune into something else if it's out there, or we'll tune away from your halftime show, which would put some market pressure on the Super Bowl to try to please other demographics, right? To go after people other than young folks, which is what they always are programming for with this halftime show. They want to get the young folks to watch the game who otherwise wouldn't. So you can't really do that because you might say, all right, well, when I'm watching on my television, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off. When the Super Bowl halftime show comes on and Mr. Bunny pops out, I'm going to turn off my television. I have news for you. This is not how it works. They don't know who you are watching and not watching on your television. The way this works is similar to how radio works. I can only tell you so much about this, but basically there are certain listeners or viewers who are being tracked. And if they stopped watching the Super Bowl during the halftime show, it would have an impact because they're monitoring what they're watching. But if your Uncle Remus, who's watching the Super Bowl, doesn't want to watch Bad Bunny.
Yes, Uncle Remus. I know the catfish are huge.
They don't know if Uncle Remus stops watching the game or not. They're not monitoring it. They can't tell who's watching other shows.
For those ratings, I think there would be,
unless it's streaming.
There would be numbers for streaming for sure.
Yes, if you watched on a streaming platform, if you go over wherever they're streaming this, last year it was streaming on Tubi. Am I crazy? Was it Tubi?
Oh, I almost said Fubo, but was it Tubi?
It was one of the free platforms, I think, that had the Super Bowl. One of the Ubis or Ubos that was streaming the Super Bowl. I think it was Tubi.
One of the Oobs.
And if you're watching a stream like that, they will be able to see a data connection from you in your house, and they will see that the Super Bowl halftime show came on, and then you did not watch it, and then it'll show that you came back. They would be able to see that. But otherwise, they're not going to notice your protest. And you can't go anywhere else to give them a bump in the ratings because nobody else is doing anything other than the Puppy Bowl. And, that's not as exciting as I'd hope.
They had this article on Rolling Stone 2 years ago, post-Super Bowl, I would guess, because it said February 12th or so. Mm-hmm. So it was after the Super Bowl for that year. And it was every Super Bowl halftime show ranked from worst to best. They had 37 entries. And
what was absolute worst?
Weirdly enough, number 36, the second worst, was everything from 1967 to 1989.
That's fair.
It said before the 1990s, Super Bowl honchos had no idea they could turn the halftime show into a part of an event. And that was sort of what we talked about, how when the In Living Color thing happened, they said we need to make this better so we can keep eyes on our station, on the TV, on the NFL presentation. So number 36, everything from 1967 to 1989. Number 37, Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, that hurts.
They basically said that the Black Eyed Peas were worse than every mundane marching band.
God, Fergie must feel like crap. She's also, I believe, top 3 worst national anthems of all time.
That one she deserved.
It's one of my favorite performances.
Yeah, she didn't do well there, but that's brutal. The weird thing is you can't really protest unless you're one of the households that's actually measured. And then there's not anything else to tune into unless I'm missing out on that. Maybe you know more about this and there is somebody doing something. I don't think there is. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, we will get to the next episode with Sabrina. That's followed up by Fritz on the Street. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Nielsen just released their year-end streaming numbers, and I feel so vindicated! In news that seems out of nowhere, TMZ claims they've got the proof that Bill Cosby got prescribed the zippity zops for the sleepy drink it drops. Plus, Rob Schneider be like, "It's me, divorce papers." All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check after Central Florida forecast. And for today, after a chilly start, we are going to be expecting pleasant temperatures as we head to this afternoon. However, they still will be well below what's considered to be normal. Plan for a high in the mid-60s for this afternoon across much of Central Florida. And we'll be seeing plenty of sunshine. That will continue into tomorrow with afternoon highs nearing 70 before a big cool down arrives for this weekend. Scattered showers Saturday before overnight temperatures dip down into the 20s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Spring Tree Maple Syrup. Here's to 50 years of sweet tradition. Since 1976, Spring Tree bottle at Publix.
Hello.
Here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Man, I don't know anybody that doesn't have a New Year's resolution, whether it be losing weight,
Stand by.
a terrible habit, getting in shape, whatever the case may be. Everybody does it. Man, there's one that you can make for yourself that can really make a gigantic difference, and that's a free scan from Life Imaging FLA. That peace of mind of a strong heart kicks your 2026 off like nothing else. Knowing that's one less thing you have to worry about, you can focus on the things in your life that
Got a boatload of clips to get to still. The next episode is next. And most importantly, Fritz on the Street is coming up after that. Locking in with a brand new sponsor for Fritz on the Street. So we'll see what's going on with that. I'm excited. I'm excited. Ghostbird says, I wasn't a fan of the Weeknd's performance. Same. It was like watching a talented guy do an okay thing at the wrong venue. I'm not a fan of watching performances that aren't high energy when they're live. And the Weeknd's music is like clever and nice to listen to, but not, definitely I wouldn't categorize it as high energy. Hello, Cook. Beyonce's was fun. I barely remember that. Sometimes I feel like these were so long ago. I feel like the Weeknd kind of got shafted because it was COVID and there was no audience. Wait, is that true? Was there no audience at the Super Bowl? That would have been a year after COVID, right? Because the Super Bowl, I think, would have finished before Tom Hanks-ageddon, and it would have been a year afterwards. Was there no audience that year at the Super Bowl? There was an audience. It was in Tampa. It was a limited audience, maybe? Prince singing Purple Rain, In the Rain, best halftime show. True. I mean, Prince is so great in every way. It's hard to beat that guy. I'll never forget being in Vegas, and there was rumors that there was going to be a surprise performer. And I'm watching the stage at the MGM Grand, and all of a sudden, Prince's little ass comes out to the stage and just starts shredding on his guitar. And watching that guy perform, I think he did like a handful of songs, maybe 4, 5, 6 songs, and he was just amazing. Love Prince. January 2020 Super Bowl was in Miami just months before the lockdown. Yeah, it would have been, March-ish, late Feb, early March. And then the pandemic really went bananas right after that. So it would have been, I would have thought the next year, unless it depends. 2021 Super Bowl in Tampa had half capacity. All right, we got 1 minute. We're coming back live for the next episode.
Then hello? Yeah, it sounds pretty good, right? Did you just decide to... Creamy, are you quitting? Follow me. You're quitting. You're serious? Fritz on the Street is coming up too, okay? Wow. Wow. Huh. You want to walk out? Walk out. I don't care.
But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist.
Oh, this is about Minnesota? This is about Minnesota.
All.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Kiss my ass.
It's positive. Prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's irresistible Hawaiian sliders. There's nothing like it.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
and beyond. Well, that'll get us teed up for Fritz on the Street, the greatest game in all of radio. So buckle up, brace yourself, and we'll see if maybe you can get our attention so we represent you momentarily in Fritz on the Street. Right now, the time has arrived. Let's jump in head first. Let's do the next episode.
because there's a lot on TV and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
All the single ladies.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguydawn.com, and the Home Loans Radio Show. You know, those big life decisions like refinancing or buying your first dream home, maybe you want some cash back in your hands. You could qualify for a reverse mortgage or HELOCs or words that I have no idea what they mean, but fortunately, Don does. He's very smart, he's an expert, but he's also really great to work with, and he made the process easy. So start said process by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Fritztopher, how are you? He says hi, guys. It was
Hey.
53 years ago, 1973. This group right here. Kiss is right. And it was on this day in 1973 that they played their very first concert. Aww. It was at a place called the Popcorn Club, and they earned you guys yinged and yanged, or it was $50 for all of them. So I guess $10 each. No, there's only 4 of them. I don't know the math. I do know that there was less than 10 people there. So it's a
Yikes.
pretty good payday, right? And look where they are now on their final tour. And one died last year, right?
Yep. I think so, yeah.
Now let's go to 2025. Speaking of last year, Nielsen has released their year-end streaming numbers, and as expected, you know, we got number 1. Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
Psych. It was not. It said it was a monster, but not the monster. People streamed 40 billion minutes of Stranger Things, but that was only good for 3rd place. If you have young children, guess what came in first? It was bum-ba-da-dum.
Bluey.
Bluey. Yeah.
Yeah, because Stranger Things doesn't have as many episodes as some of those other things, I don't think.
No. Bluey, is that a new episode every day? Do you Bluey
I don't
your
know.
house?
Sometimes.
Yeah. But it was 45 billion minutes of Bluey. It's a lot.
Jeez.
A lot of Bluey.
God.
And coming in at second with almost 41 billion minutes. Grey's Anatomy, bitch.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Look what's still on the charts.
Wow.
Pretty much thanks to me and Ashley, C-Lane's wife. But I'm proud of it, and I will go on to see the next season. Rounding out the top 5, NCIS with 37 billion minutes, and SpongeBob SquarePants with 34.4 billion. As for movies, K-pop Demon Hunters was the runaway favorite. People watch more than 20.5 billion minutes. Nielsen split movies into 2 categories, kids and general interests. So K-pop, number 1 with the kids, Moana 2, and Despicable Me 4. Now, as far as general interests, Happy Gilmore 2 was at the top of the list with 7 billion minutes. Wicked, 6.8 billion. And Jamie Foxx / Cameron Diaz spy comedy Back in Action.
Oh, wow.
Which was awful. I watched about 4 minutes of it.
It was fine.
I did not.
It was fine. I watched the whole thing. It was fun.
I would love to watch this, but, well, okay, I would like to watch the divorce court of it all, not Denise Richards' OnlyFans. According to the latest to come out of the nasty divorce between her and Aaron Pfeiffers, he wants to get his dirty hands on her hard-earned OnlyFans money. And she says, Judge, do not.
How
get
much
his filthy
is she making?
hands. So she's begging a judge to deny Aaron's request for half of the $200,000 to $300,000 that she's making every month.
Every month? That's pretty good. That's a lot.
Isn't this the one that she was doing with her daughter?
No, I think her daughter has an OnlyFans,
Oh, okay.
but I don't think they do
That'd
it
be
together.
weird.
I don't think she's naked on it though.
No.
Well, still doing
Are
something.
you kidding me? She's not naked and they're paying $200,000 a month to subscribe?
Probably boobs. You could see her boobs also in other
Let me
movies.
find out. Okay, guys, I'll
Thank
do the
you,
work.
C-Lane. I guess it should be denied, at least according to Denise, because he failed to file an updated income and expense declaration with the court. Duh. She says Aaron missed the Friday deadline, hasn't filed anything as of Tuesday, and this is a very nasty divorce that should be ripe for Real Housewives when it is going to be featured on there. I don't think that she's on it. Also in divorce court, Rob Schneider found himself in possession of divorce papers. This all brought by his TV producer wife, Patricia, is canceling their marriage. And according to reports, Patricia Schneider, the Mexican actress and producer, beelined it to court last month in Arizona, filed to divorce Rob after 15 years of marriage. They have 2 young daughters together, one of which I thought there was like a weird Rob Schneider daughter thing where I guess it's an older one from a different marriage.
Well, one of his daughters is a
Spoke
pop
out.
star.
Who?
X's and O's.
Yeah. She sings X's and O's.
No.
That's Rob
Elle
Schneider's
King?
daughter. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's right. So that's this makes sense. It's his third divorce. The other daughter, Elle King, from his previous marriage, though Elle has made it no secret that she don't like her dad.
She's pretty hot. He outkicked his coverage for sure.
Patricia?
Yeah.
Yeah, Patricia's a very beautiful lady, and I guess we'll be single soon. Time to be a flying when you're having fun, so let's just wrap it up with this. We have, out of nowhere, or correct me if I've missed something, why is Bill Cosby in the news again?
I was
According
surprised
to
by this, too.
TMZ, they have seen legal documents in which Cosby says exactly what? That he had his hands on Quaaludes for the purpose of drugging women so he could have sex with them. Under oath. He allegedly admitted he got a prescription for Quaaludes from an OBGYN during a poker game at his house.
I didn't know OBGYNs
going all in, huh?
I didn't know they prescribe Quaaludes that often.
I guess if it's in a poker game. And at his house at some point before 1972, refilled it 7 times, and he never took any of the pills himself. So Motzinger and Donna Motzinger is one of his rape accusers, claim Cosby drugged and raped her in 1972, that OBGYN had his license revoked in 1979. Cosby is trying to get the lawsuit dropped. On the boob tube, we've got 5th season premiere of Next Level Chef, Scrabble on the CW, You can catch 4th-season premiere of Bridgerton, episode 4 of The Pit, and Liam Neeson going to be with his special skills on Fallon. Follow your dreams of me on Instagram, at Sabrina Amber, and most importantly, stay with me, America!
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we return, oh, by the way,
I am not seeing much nudity on Denise Richards'
He's trying
OnlyFans. There's like a wet T-shirt, one wet T-shirt.
Print it out in the color printer
right
here.
there.
Yeah, but do you see a lot of skin in any of these thumbnails?
Can't. From here, I can't. But I just see that you're diligently doing the work.
I am. And we thank you.
Hey, real quick before we gear up for Fritz on the Street here, you know what I saw is coming back to TV? I did not think they'd give this a shot.
Huh.
This was more surprising to me, certainly, than any Ted Lasso return that we talked about yesterday. Is it called The Jury or The Juror?
Oh, with everyone was in on it, but
the reality show.
You'd think it would be harder to do this unless they're doing a different scenario.
Well, yeah, hold on. Was it called The Juror? I think that's no.
The guy from Upload was in it.
Yeah, it was The Juror TV show. There's been a bunch of them, I guess. But
not as good as that.
American Hoax sitcom series. But fake jury trial. Yeah, this is it. And it had James Marsden playing himself in it. And now they've just announced that they're bringing this back for a second season, which, yeah, there's no way they can use the same celebrity.
Oh, that's not the guy from Upload. But could you use it? Would nobody be a little bit skeptical if they got jury duty, got on a jury, and they were filming it, and you would just have to not know that they did this show before?
Unless they filmed it a long time ago.
It would be funny if they used James Marsden again, and he's like, I know, this is totally weird, but like obviously they wouldn't do this twice. It's ridiculous.
Or you go, last time I had jury duty was fake. This time I really got called, and I have to do this. But they happen to be filming it again.
I don't know who's going to be at the helm of that, but if you're on jury duty, keep your eyes open. Maybe you're on a television show. You don't even know it. We'll see. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Fritz on the Street. In Fritz on the Street, we represent you. If we win, you win. If we pick you to represent and we win, you win. And now is the time for you to get our attention over on chat or email or Instagram. So we'll see if you can do that. When we come back, we'll get geared up for Fritz on the Street. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Congratulations, Michael. You just won $1,000 from Real Radio.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool.
Who's next? Your chance to win is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air.
Out to get some lunch here on the major roadways. Traffic is up to speed.
I don't know what to say.
On Florida's Turnpike, I-95.
But our cameraman has quit.
Slowing things down just a bit on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and 535, but that's about it. No,
it's really unfortunate.
But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866.
You can't hire good people
from the traffic center
in 2026.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Stunning,
brings friends and family
shocking,
on game day like delicious
and disappointing.
Bring them to the big game table and
all wrapped into one.
Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
I have an announcement to make. I have an announcement.
Join Real Radio at Lake Yola Park in downtown Orlando for the largest pet festival in the United States.
We have a new cameraman.
In the park, Saturday, February 7th. This family pet-friendly event is free and open to the public, but you can fundraise today to help support the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando.
Say goodbye to Creamy. Creamy has been fired. He's taking an early retirement to Mexico. He wasn't doing his job, and now he has been fired. This has led me to make an important decision and hire a brand new cameraman. Introducing our new cameraman, who will follow me around in the studio until he too gets fired. Gene from Bob's Burgers. Gene is the new cameraman. That's his famous hamburger character here. Gene will be taking over. He has much smaller feet, but hopefully he'll do well. R.I.P. Creamy. You did your best, but it wasn't good enough. Shocking, stunning, unbelievable. R.I.P. Creamy in chat. R.I.P. Creamy. Sean, it's freezing up here in Michigan. A magnet was certainly warming up.
Let's espresso enchilada.
Possibly.
Those aren't verbs. Yeah, I must say cruises they are.
Gotta pick somebody for Fritz on the street.
American stuff. But coffee and soft serve. Sounds like a plan. Maybe later.
Sean keeps hiring non-union cameraman. I guess that's what I get for doing it. Maybe if I went with the union guys, they'd be a little more consistent. But these guys, they appear to be good hires. I hire them, and then boom, they let me down.
That's what Biome does. Yeah, Biome. It's a at-home gut health test. It's easy to do, and it comes directly to your Biome app, and you get to see what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. I was surprised.
Gene with a G.
Shouldn't be eating broccoli, which was good news. Then I also found out I'm not really supposed to be eating Brussels sprouts, which was bad news. I kind of like those, but it's good to see what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. And when I went to the doctor, I found out that all my numbers were better than they've ever been because I've been eating the foods that are right for me, like Brazil nuts. And
Sean doesn't like anyone. It's okay. I am probably the friendliest guy you've ever met. I like everyone evenly and equally. I appreciate all people. It's just sometimes people don't do their job. And when they don't do their job, eventually you have to fire them. That's how it works. So Gene, good luck. Godspeed. Anybody else? Fritz on the street? I need to represent somebody on Fritz on the street. I don't know if today's the day. I don't know. I mean, I know more about the news than virtually anybody else, but somehow I don't win. I know more about geography or history. I tend to be bad at the ones that involve, like, this actress was in this movie, and this movie. It's a weak spot for me. And then I just don't answer quick. But I'm going to step it up today. Today is the day. You're bad at games, period? I wish I could fight back against that, but you're not totally wrong. I'm not great at games. I'm not. I never have been. From being a little tiny kid playing Red Rover. Send Sean right over. And I 4 steps forward, face plant. During Red Rover. I face planted. The whole elementary school was out there. It was embarrassing. And that was a highlight. You got this? Today is your day? Well, I sure hope so. Pick me. Sean, you love games. You're great at playing with yourself. You absolute pervert. I was trying to keep the vehicle straight on the road and continue driving past all the lunatics I've dealt with so far today. And then all the creepers, and then all you had to do was be normal. And you couldn't do it, could you?
It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor or 1-888-NCL Cruise. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registered to Bahamas and USA.
Here we go. It's because you're too busy pressing buttons and managing the stream? I wish I could blame it on that. C-Lane has to run the scoreboard. I don't even have to play the intro or the bed anymore.
With the ties.
All right, come on. Psych myself up.
Sounds pretty good, right?
I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother who doesn't take no mess from nobody. I see pride. I see power.
At 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Pay. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junkie.
All of radio is back in 2026, and we'll drop in to the competition carrying you along with us. You can play along in just a moment here on the show. Before Fritz on the Street, let me remind you, you can take part in this show. You might hear a lot of things flying around on the air. You might hear a lot of discussion happening, but your word is important too. So record a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. If it's interesting, I'll try to play it back. Emails, tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. With that said, buckle up. Let's go. Let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Celia. And hello, Sean.
Hey, Fritz.
Hey, what's up, Fritz?
How are you? Fritz on the Street, sponsored by that mortgage guy, Don. Let's see, going on 9 years I've known that mortgage guy, Don, and he is a great guy. I feel like I've known him for decades. He helped me and my wife, Darcy, get a house in 2022, and he's helped since then 6 of my friends buy houses. You can also follow him on Instagram at that mortgage guy, Don, see all of the great content, and of course, listen to Home Loans Radio each Saturday with that mortgage guy, Don, MJ, and myself, Fritz. So thank you very much, that mortgage guy, Don, and Happy Home Mortgage. In first place with 10 points, we have Sabrina Ambra. In second place with 9 points, we have Christopher Lane.
Yeah.
And in third place with 8 points, we have Sean Wasson. Now, Fritz on the Street is a game where I go to the bar, so you don't have to. I ask 8 participants at least 4 current event questions and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. Your job is to chime in for that bonus point and then guess, out of 8 answers, how many got it right. Easy peasy.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Do you want to see who we're representing?
Where were these folks at that you were asking these questions?
Thank you for asking. I was at Cavos Bar and Kitchen Tuesday night for my trivia night, and it was cold as hell. So I had 6 participants, and then I got 2 friends to chime in yesterday.
Okay. It has been unbelievably cold, so that's understandable. But these folks had a couple of drinks in them, I'm imagining.
Yes.
Cold. Okay, we've got to factor these in. I think we're good.
And who are we playing for?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm playing for Mike Henry over on YouTube. If I win, you win, Mike Henry over on YouTube. Godspeed to you. What about you, Sabrina?
Zephys Biker on YouTube as well.
All right, Zephys Biker on YouTube. C-Lane.
I am playing for the Stephapy, who had a very funny doodle of me on Monday.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, the Stephapy. All right, there we go. We're set, Fritz. It's on you.
All right, without further ado, question number 1. Let's see who knows it. Following another ice shooting, protests erupted in Sean.
Minnesota.
That is incorrect.
Sabrina. In Minneapolis.
That is incorrect.
I'd like to hear the whole question, please.
You got it, my man. Following another ice shooting, protests erupted in Minnesota after the murder of whom?
Pretti.
Pretti is correct. C-Lane's picking up that
Damn
bonus
it.
point. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Alex Pretti?
Ooh, are people going to remember the name? They should. I'm going to go 7.
7.
That's a tough one because I think almost everybody would know Minnesota at least, and then less would know the city. But I got to say 4.
4 for Sean.
I will go 7.
And 7 for Sabrina. Question number 1 with answers of 4 and 7. Following another ICE
Damn it.
shooting, protests erupted in Minnesota after the murder of whom? Pretti?
Alex Pretti. Alex Pretti.
Alex Pretti.
Alex Pretti.
Alex Pretti.
Alex Pretti.
Alex Pretti.
Ooh!
That would be 8. So Sabrina and C-Lane with your guesses of 7 each, picking up 1 point.
Damn, I wonder very quickly. They said at one point, I brought forward the stat on the show that 85% of Americans had seen the Renee Good video. This could be up
Should
there.
have factored that in.
Yeah, like it really could be up. This like the video went so viral that I guess that many people knew it, but I didn't know they'd get the name as well. There you go. All right.
Yeah, there was one guy who said Mike Pretti, and I you can hear me say Alex. Just give me Alex Pretti.
Last name count.
You got Pretti. Question 2 now. What is the point scored immediately after deuce in tennis? Sabrina.
Love.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
The point immediately after deuce?
Sean.
Point after deuce is set.
That is incorrect.
C-Lane match.
That would be advantage or add in. Yeah.
Damn it.
Not a lot of people know a lot about tennis. That's why I asked that question. C-Lane, you got question 1 right. How many out of 8 do you think said advantage?
2.
2.
1.
1 for Sabrina.
3.
And 3 for Sean. Question 2 with answers of 1, 2, and 3. Let's see who knows their tennis. What is the point scored immediately after deuce in tennis?
Advantage.
213.
Sean.
That is incorrect.
Oh my God.
Start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Sweden? Start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Sweden?
1.
1. 3. 3 for Sabrina.
2.
And 2 for Sean. Question 3 with answers of 1, 2, and 3.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows their gangs. As gangs are recruiting more children, which European country is proposing lowering the age of criminal responsibility to 13?
Damn, okay, so I was completely offline this week. Switzerland?
Gangs in a European country, I'm going with Russia.
Germany.
Sweden.
France.
Italy.
Syria.
Sweden.
Damn it.
That would be 2. So Sean is picking up 2 points.
Yes.
And Sabrina and C-Land with your guesses of 3 and 1, each picking up 1 point. Moving on now to question number 4. That is the halfway point on Fritz on the Street. After question 4, I will tell you who so far is leading on the day. And question 4 goes like this. Let's see if you guys know your Constitution. How many amendments are there? C-Lane.
10.
That is incorrect.
Get the whole question.
Sean.
30.
That is incorrect.
I'll take the full.
Full question. How many amendments are there in the U.S. Constitution?
Okay. Ay. I'm just a bill.
Schoolhouse Rock?
There are 37 amendments.
That would be 27.
Oh, I would
27.
have guessed 28.
C-Lane, and I would have given you 1 point.
Not a chance.
C-Lane, you got question 1 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said 27 amendments?
Oh, let's go with 3.
3.
5.
5 for Sabrina.
4.
And 4 for Sean. Question 4 with answers of 3, 4, and 5. Let's see how many Rhodes Scholars we have. How many amendments are there in the U.S. Constitution?
21?
25.
28? Damn, you are f***ing me up.
22.
27.
27. 20. Come on, 2?
Too many.
That would be 2. So C-Lane with a guess of 3, picking up 1 point, and that means with 4 down and 4 remaining in first place with 4 points, C-Lane / the Steffa. And then we have a tie for second and third, 2 points each. Sabrina / Zephas Biker and Sean / Mike Henry. 4 questions remaining. Question 5. At least 28 are dead after which major winter storm streaked across the... Sabrina.
Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know the name. It's, Winter Storm. Sarah.
That is incorrect.
Sean.
Sean.
Oh, I think it's like Fanny or something?
That is incorrect.
Oh, it's Sea Lane.
Sea Lane.
Flora?
Fern. Fern. I know it's a tough one. Sea Lane, you got question one right. We will continue with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Fern?
I'm going to go 3 again.
3.
4.
4 for Sean.
2.
And 2 for Sabrina. Question 5 with answers of 2, 3, and 4.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who was watching that news? At least 28 are dead after which major winter storm streaked across the U.S.
Oh, God. Does it have a name? I don't know the name of it.
There's a name for it?
That would be Fern.
There's a name for it?
Yeah.
It has a name?
Fern.
With an F. Fern.
The
Damn
polar
it, Darcy.
vortex thing that just happened.
That would be 3. So Sea Lane's picking up 2 points on that one, and Sean and Sabrina with your guesses of 4 and 2, picking up 1 point each. 3 questions remaining now. Question 6. It's about a movie. In Jurassic Park, the park is located on an island. Sea Lane.
New Bar.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
In Jurassic Park, the park is located on an island off the coast of what country? Sabrina.
Off of Dino
know this too.
DNA. It was off of Switzerland.
That is incorrect.
Sean?
Sean.
Costa Rica?
Costa Rica is correct.
Yeah.
So close.
Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Costa Rica?
I think 5 said Costa Rica.
5 for Sean. Pura Vida.
4.
4 for Sea Lane.
6.
And 6 for Sabrina. Question 6 with answers of 4, 5, and 6. Let's see who knows their dino DNA. In Jurassic Park, the park is located on an island off the coast of what country?
Madagascar.
Costa Rica?
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. There we go.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
That would be 7. Sabrina with a guess of
Oh, I
6,
thought I
picking
said-
up 1 point.
Okay.
2 questions remaining now.
Exciting.
Question 7. This was
Sound
a,
excited.
This is a pretty big story, I thought. On Tuesday, which university expanded its financial aid by offering free tuition to families who earn less than $200,000?
Oh, wow.
Sean.
Sean.
Was it Purdue?
That is incorrect.
One more time.
One more time. On Tuesday, which university expanded its financial aid by offering free tuition to families who earn less than $200,000?
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Texas University.
That is incorrect.
All right.
Sea Lane.
Sea Lane.
Indiana University.
Yale University.
Yale.
Oh, those losers over there.
Sean, you got question 6 right. We will start
Nobody
with you.
successful ever came from Yale.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 8 answers, Sean, how many do you think said Yale?
I think we got 3 Yales.
3.
2.
2 for Sea Lane.
I'll go with 1 Yale.
And 1 for Sabrina. Question 7 with answers of 1, 2, and 3. University expanded its financial aid by offering free tuition to families who earn less than $200,000.
Yale. Yeah.
Yale. Harvard?
Yale?
I guess Columbia.
Pass.
I'm going to guess Harvard, but it could be any of the Ivy Leagues.
That would be 4. Sean, with a guess of 3, picking up 1 point. We have 1 question remaining. Let's go through the scorecard before I do. In first place with 6 points, that would be Sea Lane / the Stephapy.
Low scoring game.
Was not a great performance.
In second place with 5 points, Sean / Mike Henry. And in third place with 4 points, Sabrina / Zephus Biker. So 6, 5, and 4. It's still anyone's game. Question 8. It's usually about a capital. What is the capital of South Dakota? Sea Lane.
Pierre.
Pierre is correct. Sea Lane now has 7 points. Sea Lane out of 8.
He started to say Dakota.
Sea Lane out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Pierre?
Let's go with 4.
4.
6.
6 for Sabrina.
Perfect. So I'll go for 2.
2 for Sean. Question 8 with answers of 2, 4, and 6. Let's see who knows their South Dakota. What is the capital of South Dakota?
Is it Pierre?
Pierre.
It's like Joliet or something dumb. Honestly, I don't know.
Bismarck.
Pierre?
Pierre.
Pierre?
Bismarck.
Pierre.
That would be 5. So, C-Lane is picking up a point on that one, and Sabrina, with your guess of 6, picking up 1 point. And that means Fritz on the Street ends thusly in first place with 8 points. C-Lane / the Stephapy. Yeah. Congratulations. And then we have a tie for second and third place. Sabrina / Zephas Biker and Sean / Mike Henry. And that means the new totals in first place. And new leader on Fritz on the Street with 17 points. Christopher Lane in second place, 2 points removed with 15 points.
Appreciate the new sponsor, that mortgage guy, Don. He's an amazing dude helping people and helping families out there, folks who are trying to get into a new house or maybe your first house. So go check him out. That mortgage guy, Don, is the best. All right. Quick break. When we come back, we have so much to get into still. A woman who has done something with over 400 clients that is probably going to shock you a bit. The information that will fill in the blank there is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. We say words, you listen. You can call and say words too. It's really just that easy. The Jim.
Okay. Roadways aren't too bad this afternoon. No issues on Florida's Turnpike, I-95.
We had a bit of a hiccup there, I think. We had some skips. Saw the audience drop out and then start to build back up and then drop out again. Are we skipping now or are we smooth? I rebooted one of the streaming computers. The one that is before the delay. So one of them I can reboot and we don't lose the stream. GG? Why is the stream so glitchy all the time now? I don't know that it is, but hello? How you doing?
There's nothing like it.
Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum...
I think it's coming back. I'll try to The stream buffers 2 to 5 times every day now. It's buffering right now. I mean, it definitely buffered yesterday and is buffering right now, apparently. It's going to probably require a restart of one of the 2 main streaming computers. I hope you understand that I am also frustrated with that. I hope you understand that there's not a lot that I can do about that. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Are built for Florida, engineered to handle heat, humidity, and hurricanes while helping you save on energy bills year-round. Offer ends January 31st, so don't wait. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. That's bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Let's see.
Renewal by Anderson, where comfort.
Stand by.
Winter Park Fashion Week is back, bigger than ever. Join us February 21st at Full Sail Live for one unforgettable night where fashion, fun, and philanthropy come together. Every ticket supports our 2026 nonprofit partner, Runway to Hope. Grab your friends, grab your tickets, and experience the most stylish night in Central Florida. Grafton Wealth Advisors.
All right, I just rebooted it.
Is presented by Advent Health. Tickets are available now at winterparkfashionweek.com.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting...
What did you just reset?
I just rebooted the Mac Rack Mini 1 again.
Home water solutions.
They came to our home and did a free water test.
I think we need to restart both of them probably after the show, but right now is not the time, obviously. But we're same issue as yesterday.
But Leave Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose.
I mean, the connection seems fine.
More than 2. Yeah.
I don't see what. Nothing has changed.
No, it's just skipping. Something's happening.
Water is safer and healthier.
All right.
When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
It's our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leave Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leave Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. Leafhome.com.
Yeah, I was gonna lawnmower.
3 or 4-night cruises from $199 plus kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Italian subs for your finance team at Chicago. Easy Cater. Burritos for your call center crew in Plano. Easy Cater. Bagels for your sales reps meeting clients in Charlotte. Easy Cater. Hot chicken sandwiches for your third shift warehouse workers in Memphis. Easy Cater. Your teams may be spread out across the country, but you've got one platform to feed them all, whenever and wherever they work, with food they love from favorite restaurants. Easy Cater. Food for the workplace, all in one place. Order now at easycater.com.
The path to the Bay is officially locked in. A rematch of New England and Seattle. And iHeartRadio has your complete football coverage. Dive deep into early takes with the official NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily.
And go live with Fox Sports Radio to join the conversation.
The two best road teams in the NFL.
Plus, iHeart is the home of the Super Bowl 60 tailgate concert presented by NetApp. Just open the iHeartRadio app and search NFL to dive in.
Do you have AC needs?
NFL to dive in.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Pay. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening to...
Appreciate you hanging out with us here on the show. All you have to do is, if you want to join us, is send a dispatch into thenewsjunkie.com. That's thenewsjunkie.com. Follow the directions right there on the website. Folks on YouTube, on Twitch, there's some glitching going on with the stream. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We're trying to fix it. If we reboot one of the things that maybe needs to be rebooted, it'll end the entire stream and have to stop it again. So just be patient, please. That's the best that I can tell you for right now. All right. Before we get into some of your comments, because there are a lot of them, we'll get over to an update, if you will. An update on the situation yesterday with the liquid that was sprayed on the politician Ilhan Omar. She was doing a little town hall, I guess, is the best way to describe it, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Everybody knows what's been going on there in Minnesota. There was some dude there who's like looking all creepy and twitchy up in the front row. He's hanging out, and then out of nowhere, she's speaking, and he gets up and he takes a syringe, no needle or anything, but just like the plastic syringe full of liquid, and he squirts it, and it hits her outfit, and then pretty quickly, her security grabs the guy. I saw people coming down on her security quite a bit yesterday.
Why?
And they said, well, this took so long for the security to get there. I didn't think it took that long.
No.
I thought, like, the guy stood up and sprayed his stuff, but that only took a second or so. And then the security guard very quickly apprehended this guy and dragged him away. So I didn't think the security delay was that bad. You could blame the security for not patting this guy down to see if he had some syringe full of liquid or whatever. But
that, or
yeah.
you would think that the security, I mean, we saw the straight on shot of that guy in the front row just looking real sus.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole time she was talking, was he just dead staring at her?
No, he was like he was moving around and
fidgeting and yeah, it looked very strange. But
drinking
I got some
big
updates.
ass water.
I'll give you the rundown on all the updates on the guy who did that. We learned it was red wine vinegar, apparently, that was inside. I'm sorry, apple cider vinegar, that variety of vinegar.
God, get your vinegar straight, man.
Apple cider vinegar was what was in this guy's syringe that he sprayed all over this Omar Ilhan lady. Here's some of the details that we now know about this guy. Immediately afterwards, people were picking apart his social media, and the Daily Beast and a couple other outlets were trying to run with, he's like MAGA coded, which is usually like, wait, is it coded? Is that what's going on with this guy? And I looked at a lot of his accounts that I could see from a glance, and at first it wasn't much to pick up on. And on Twitter in particular, like none of these are verified that they were him, but we're just assuming. On his Twitter, there wasn't even that many posts or replies or anything. It was kind of a limited amount of stuff. But we have learned a lot more about him. So I'll give you the information, which doesn't come from social media platforms, but comes from his family members who have weighed in on this as his name has been floating around out there. They said the man who sprayed liquid at Congresswoman Ilhan Omar during one of her town halls has been charged with assault by federal prosecutors. So it doesn't matter if it's just you're squirting something on somebody else. You cannot do that. That is assaulting another person. You're not supposed to physically touch another person or touch them with something you want to squirt at them or you want to throw a water balloon at them. Keep your hands and everything else to yourself. That's literally a crime. It doesn't get prosecuted as often as it should have, but this is assault by these federal prosecutors, they said, that they're charging him with. In an affidavit, the FBI says the man also told an associate a few years ago that someone should kill Representative Ilhan Omar.
No.
So I guess he had a beef with her that traces back a little bit because he had tweeted about her. If you missed this, just so you know, the moment was captured on video.
Must resign.
She's given a speech.
Or face impeachment.
And then he gets up, squirts her, says something. Bodyguards grab him.
I don't know.
What did he spray? They were saying. They found out later. They said it's like smelled a little bit like vinegar in the room. Then they found out that it was apple cider vinegar that this guy had in his syringe that he was spraying. But a lot of family members have spoken out. So let's see what I got. I got his ex-wife. All right, let's see what his ex-wife says about this. His ex-wife released a statement saying, I guess he was married twice, this guy, Anthony Kazmierzak. His ex-wife says, I was married briefly to Anthony Kazmierzak, and we divorced in March of 2017. Our relationship ended at that time, nearly 9 years ago. I'm heartbroken to hear of the attack on Ilhan Omar, and I wish peace, strength, and healing to everybody affected, including Ilhan's family and community and Anthony's family, she said. So that was one of his ex-wives saying that. Then his brother came out. His brother called him a piece of S.
Oh.
All right? Right off the jump, his brother
Don't
is
get along
not
well, huh?
No, his brother is estranged from him. They have not talked for years, I guess. He says his brother has lifelong anger issues and has had some sort of fixation on Ilhan Omar. He says, I'm not surprised that this happened, not at all. The brother says, unfortunately, he and my mother are both right-wing extremists. This is according to the brother. He said he's just a different person.
His mother under the bus too.
Yeah, he said the mom too. The mom chimes in at some point, but he said he's a different person than I am. I believe in helping people. He believes in blaming people. This is the brother. Then the neighbor was saying, basically the neighbor's still saying the same thing. The neighbor's saying that this guy was strange. He would send like weird links and stuff. And he seemed like he had some sort of focus on politics. And his mother also chimed in and was saying that he had been lost along the way in the last couple of years here after an accident and a couple of divorces. So it looks like he had posted some things online that were against this Ilhan Omar lady. He had posted a couple of other things that you could probably interpret as him being right of center. And then the brother and the family members are stepping up and saying like he was some right-wing guy, the dude who sprayed this stuff out
I'm
of
surprised no flags went up when you said that he tweeted that someone should kill her or told somebody?
No. He didn't tweet that. He only tweeted one thing at her, and it was not like over the top. The kind of interesting thing to me was, and I don't believe this is a person who like is as political as you might imagine, given the comments. This person made no public social media posts at all about this kind of stuff, and then popped up a couple of years, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and then started posting a whole bunch of stuff like this, I guess. So something happened along the way. And then I have to question, like, let's say this person was they're a political actor, right? They were driven by a political agenda. I can't make sense in the slightest of why anybody would choose to put apple cider vinegar in a syringe to shoot it at a person. I don't know. That seems like a mentally ill thing to do, which I'm glad for, because if this person was incredibly political and then did sneak something acid, I don't know, whatever, something that really could have caused some harm or whatever, that could have been obviously much worse. But I don't know. It seems like this dude has some issues that he's been trying to deal with.
In the criminal complaint that they posted on the New York Times, it said an MPD detective sergeant reviewed body-worn camera footage of the arrest. The detective noted that the guy made a spontaneous utterance to the effect of, "I squirted vinegar" at the time he was being arrested.
Okay.
Like, he said it was vinegar while they were arresting him.
Is there some like deep web secret of you can tell if someone's a lizard person if you squirt vinegar on them?
I don't know. That's why it seems like mental illness to me, because that's such a weird
mental illness.
That doesn't make any sense.
They also say in the complaint, under statements made to Representative Omar during the incident, that he appears to say, "She's not resigning, you're splitting Minnesotans apart." But that was, it was really hard to hear.
So this was
They're saying that's
part
what he yelled.
Where he stood up, he stood up and said something, and it sounded maybe like he had said, "You need to resign."
That's what it sounded like to me, because she had just said, "This person needs to resign." I thought it was like you need to resign.
No, you need to resign.
Right. So it looks like this guy's a little wacky. I don't know why ever anybody would choose to do that. His family seems to be pretty much in line against him, and they said that he's been going through a lot of stuff after one of these divorces that he had, because I saw that within 2 weeks of his latest divorce, he got 2 DUIs. And that's usually a sign that somebody's kind of going
spiraling
off the edge and spiraling. You getting 2 DUIs, separate DUIs within a couple of weeks. And obviously they had to take his license away from him. And then there was word that he had gotten into some accident that maybe had him on some kind of medication that was affecting him. But I just cannot make sense of the idea that somebody would choose to put apple cider vinegar in a syringe and squirt it at a person. Maybe we won't be able to make sense of that, but that's just super weird. So yeah, he's got charges, federal charges against that dude, and those are the updates on him and his background after some more information has come out. All right, let's see a couple of emails to address here. Somebody talking about the halftime show. This is Tim.
Oh, I have an update on that too.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Tim says, love you guys, but sometimes you wear us out. All you had to do is Google what alternatives there are, and Turning Point USA is the establishment that's going to do a big halftime show alternative for Super Bowl halftime show. Love you, says Tim. Don't speak for other people, Tim. Speak for yourself, number one. Don't say you're wearing us out. Just speak for yourself. Number two, I am well aware that Turning Point USA had come forward at some point in time and said they were going to do this, as was the Daily... what is it? No. It's the one with Ben Shapiro, the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire had said that they were going to fund something potentially at one point in time, and they were going to have some kind of competition for the Super Bowl halftime show. The idea wasn't who had mentioned that they were going to do that. The idea was it doesn't appear that any of those people are still doing that.
So a lot of people are picking up this story, and Turning Point, some sources are saying Turning Point is still going to do this halftime show.
All right, let me see.
Taste of Country says is really happening. HuffPost says they're still allegedly throwing its own Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, but they've said nothing about like anybody who's going to be there or anything.
Nicki Minaj?
They said they're not releasing. No, they said they're not releasing the lineup until showtime. They're keeping the list of performers a secret up until showtime, if it happens at all.
Is this it? I think I found it here.
Great way to promote the show.
The All-American Halftime Show celebrating faith, family, and freedom. So they are still planning on doing this. This is with the Daily Wire and OAN, TBN. What's TBN? Is that a network? I don't know TBN.
Turner? No.
No, TNN would be that one, right? I don't know if that TBS, Turner Broadcasting. Anyways, there's a
Trinity Broadcasting Network. It's religious.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's these religious outlets, and then it says learn more, but there's nothing about performances or anything. Honestly, it doesn't even look like it's been updated really at all.
And where are we supposed to watch this?
It says on social media, I guess, on YouTube, Rumble, and X. is where they're trying to direct people. But again, no information, no nothing. It's just kind of assuming that this is still going down. So not a lot of details if they are really intending on doing that.
They asked Turning Point USA for an update in early January, and that, I think, is when a rep said that they would not reveal the list of performers until the show began. They refused to confirm any other basic elements of the program, including where it would be aired, whether it would be live, or what it might look like. That led to speculation that the show might not actually happen. While we still don't know who will be performing or what the show will entail, they have finally announced how people will be able to watch whatever it is they're doing, which is what you just saw. The show will be broadcast live on TP USA and Charlie Kirk's YouTube channels, as well as the organization's X and Rumble pages, Daily Wire, Real America's Voice, Trinity Broadcasting Network, Charge.
They're probably hoping everyone forgot about it, and now they're scrambling.
You're up against the Super Bowl. You have to tell people what they're going to be tuning in for.
Sell it. Make it easy. I hope they're prepared if a bunch of people are going to tune into the surprise guests, that their servers can handle it. So Netflix, their first live thing went not good.
It says YouTube and Rumble, right? So like YouTube and Rumble would be the like network that they were going to be putting that on. But why am I going to go away from something like, even if I don't care that much about Bad Bunny, what do I care about mystery? No, I mean, if you said you had somebody that I think is cool, then I'll tune over and watch that maybe and watch a different performance. But if I like all of a sudden I tune in, you got Jars of Clay.
I don't know.
Jars of Clay takes a lot of shots on this show. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to come
rain on my face.
Nothing against Jars of Clay, but
Why do you hate Jars of Clay?
I'm not going to tune into some Christian music performance.
Sean likes Jars of Money. He says it's the only jars that Sean really entertains.
If you said Counting Crows was performing.
No, Casting Crowns, the very big religious from like early 2000s.
No, I don't like any religious music. That I wouldn't tune away for. But even though Creed was originally, I think, religious, Creed I'd tune in for.
Only a tiny bit more than a week out here from having to present this thing, and your website says more info and musical artists to be announced. Makes it sound like you don't have a lot, and it's almost worth having a separate screen somewhere to tune into it to see who's going to be just speaking at this, or
are they going to do speeches instead?
Am I crazy to anticipate that if you had a name that you think was big enough that it would actually attract people away from the halftime show, you would just say it? You would go, here's the performer, Kid Rock, or whoever is going to be there. Nicki Minaj is going to be performing at this halftime show. Not saying it makes me feel like they don't have something good. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see.
Could you imagine if we were trying to sell tickets to Just Okay and we were like, guys, the lineup is TBA.
Yeah.
It sounds more like TBD.
Mm-hmm. I don't think
and
this
guess
is going to
what?
work.
It was a banger.
Anyways,
also had
Tim,
surprise guests.
Thank you for the email. Appreciate it, Tim. That's why I posed that as a question to begin with. But we'll see. Maybe we can answer some more questions along the way.
To be announced.
A lot of dispatches are coming in. Some of those are tips about how to handle this weekend and what's going to happen with the weather plummeting, and jury duty, along with a correction. I need to issue a retraction here on the show. My God. All of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Robots don't get hungover. That's why they can't work here.
Hello. How are we streaming? Are we okay? Did we recover? Did we pull the nose up? I know you guys are mad at me, but I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm trying. Woody says, I want to know. Now I want to know.
You could save on home insurance.
I would bet a decent amount of money that it's not going to be a big name.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Because otherwise they would have said so.
Check Allstate first for a quote today.
Or maybe it's a name that they think people will be like, that's not what we were looking for.
You're leaving money on the table, so let that mortgage guy Don help you get the money off the table and back.
Looking good now?
Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguydon.com.
We put away the pitchforks? Thank God, guys. I mean,
that mortgage guy Don is a mortgage broker, not a quarter bank.
what I would like for people to do, if at all possible,
that consumers do not. You want to
and I want to say,
or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Most importantly, get peace of mind. Right
what I would like for people to do, if at all possible, on this show, is come at things with one assumption for the stream, okay? Just for the stream, no other issues. For the stream, try to come at things with one assumption. I want the stream to work perfectly just as bad as you do. I guarantee you that.
I'm gonna go get the tequila and pizzas.
Okay? Use the same one. Just use the same one. Thank you. Not complaining or mad, just reporting back, working now, thanks. No, I mean, I need to know when things go wrong. It's just I can see sometimes when somebody's frustrated, and I'm frustrated too. Like, I want the stream to work perfectly too. Snoop Frog, do not toy with me. Do not toy with me. It's going to be Erica Kirk glaring at the screen doing the Trump double hand job dance. I'm not even sure I know what that means. If you don't want to watch it, just go to the bathroom or grab some food during the halftime show. I am probably watching the Super Bowl at a place where I would not want to use the bathroom. So that poses a bit of a problem for me. It's a place that I've been to a bunch of times, and I've never, ever, ever used the bathroom there. And I think the longer I go, the more like bathroom anxiety I'm building. It's not great.
It's time to get your edge back with Red Mountain Weight Loss. And if you get Red Mountain Weight Loss and get on testosterone therapy, they're going to give you...
All right, couple of minutes, and we're coming back with jury duty.
For absolutely free. That's a $299 value. Hey, man, it's worth it. If you're getting older, doesn't mean that you got to, feel old. Prescription testosterone restores your get up and go, and it'll have you feeling like you're 20 again. Gain more muscle, and, less effort in the gym. You're going to feel better, you're going to sleep better, and you're going to love a little bit better, if you know what I mean.
They have a full hibachi outside HQ right now, which is probably why on the grid, well, Serena's never there during the breaks, but on the grid, C-Lane is not in his studio. We have no C-Lane, no Sabrina, because they are currently outside because there is a man running a full-on hibachi outdoors at iHeartRadio.
Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
I'm Ultima Morgan and Morgan and Morgan. Every time
3 minutes.
children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents.
I gotta pee, actually. Now that we're talking about it, I have to. It's not my fault. I have to. I'll bring you guys with me. I'll be back.
Wondering if dangerous contaminants are in your home's water? Get Leaf Home Water Solutions today. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make it safer and healthier. Leaf Home Water Solutions is offering a free in-home water test. Just visit leafhome.com/free to schedule yours with results from their advanced digital testing. Leaf Home Water Solutions can design a whole home system and expertly install it in as little as 1 day. With Leaf Home Water Solutions, you can feel confident that each drop of water from every tap and appliance is cleaner and safer for you and your family. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make our family's water safer with Leaf Home Water Solutions. Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Join Jim Colbert on the Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Italian subs for your finance team in Chicago. Easy Cater. Burritos for your call center.
Be careful.
Easy Cater. Bagels.
I'm back. Gene, good job. Good job, Gene. We're not on in 3-2. We're on in 90 seconds. But I thought about it. I was like, uh-oh. What if I have a problem? I did wash my hands, just for the record.
And Mike Slater, my dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Stroke.
Hopefully we can limp along to the finish line with the stream, and then I promise you I will restart all of the streaming computers after the show today, okay? So they'll be nice and fresh tomorrow. A really dedicated host would have on Depend, so he wouldn't have to leave his audience. That's true. That's true. I let you down. I'm sorry about that. We are coming back, though.
Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real.
Here we go.
Pick some up this weekend in the
A correction when we come back. A retraction, if you will.
Family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's irresistible Hawaiian sliders. There's nothing like it.
Martin Luther King III here.
And I'm Andrea Waters King. Realize the Dream is a national movement to uplift our communities and build Dr. King's beloved community through service.
We're calling for 100 million hours of service by my father's 100th birthday in 2029. And we need you to be a part of it.
Need ideas? Listen to the My Legacy podcast on iHeartRadio for stories of people who are already stepping up.
Then visit realizethedream.org and take action.
Together, we can create real, lasting change.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio, 104.1.
Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world.
Last words of a death row double murderer. I have them for you right here in just a second. We'll get to this and then your feedback from the newsjunkie.com. Unbelievable. HQ trying to really show off today, I guess, right? I mean, come on.
It's not us.
It's not?
That's what made it weird.
Is it like another business in the iHeart building?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Level 2, maybe level 1, but they're all circling around. I didn't know that they had hibachi to go.
I know, yeah.
And everyone turned around and looked at me. I thought for sure they're going to offer me some steak or something.
No. Can I play this video? Can I play the video? Or?
He's cursing up a storm.
No,
I'm kidding. He's not.
Oh, okay.
He's asking if they want red meat. Oh.
Goes to Carl afterwards. There we go. Outside of iHeart HQ, there's a man with a hibachi grill in a full hibachi outfit with a hat and everything. Yep. You know, cooking up hibachi. Did you try Act Like You Belong style just to go up there and be like, oh, here for the hibachi?
But it was very clear they all know each other. They don't know me.
Damn it, man.
But I am ashamed. He said, does anyone want rare steak? And not one of them. I'm like, you guys are insane.
Wow.
Rare
That's kind of
always.
cool. I like the idea of doing that. Just like the guy could go anywhere and just wherever you are.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get
you
his
could do the
card.
volcano.
They
It's
hire
fun.
these guys for like parties and stuff. I've seen them executed very well. And I've heard from friends who have like hired I don't know if they hired like a discount hibachi guy, but it was a very cheap setup with like a tiny little banner around his Blackstone, and he did not have all the tricks down.
This guy seemed like he knows what he's doing. Also, I think Josh does mobile hibachi.
Josh does this?
Yeah,
Josh
Pinkman.
Fowler?
Mhm.
I never heard of him doing
Has the
this.
hat and
But
everything.
I know he does it. I don't know that he.
Sure, it's
Yeah.
mobile. I'm going to start that rumor.
yeah, he is getting desperate as of late, so he would definitely be popping up.
He's
some
got a
side
lot of credit
businesses.
cards to pay off, that guy.
He'd be trying to pretend like he was some Asian hibachi
Hit someone in the
guy.
eye with shrimp.
Yeah, nobody's fooled. All right, Josh, nobody's fooled by you. Here we go. Let's do jury duty. All right, now.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Did Sabrina or C-Lane bring back any hibachi for Sean? What? They couldn't get any. They were trying. There's no access.
No.
It's for a different exclusive group of people, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe next time, though.
I didn't even know it was there.
JustCallMo.com, JustCallMo.com. After an accident, call up your attorney. Mo DeWitt, 800-CALL-MO. I have the chilling last words of a death row double murderer. How about that? A double murderer, they say. This was a guy named Charles Thompson who was just executed, and He looks like a younger guy. Maybe this is an old photograph of him right here. He doesn't look super old. Usually, if you're being put to death by the state, you have been in prison for a while because they give you lots of appeals. The process is going to drag out no matter what for a long time. This says he was 55 years old. See if we can look up Charles Victor Thompson and maybe see when these crimes were committed, and maybe that provides more info. But
there is he looks way different if you Google image him.
This says a double murderer told the families of his victims that his execution would just traumatize more people and begged for forgiveness moments before he died. Killer Charles Victor Thompson, 55, died by lethal injection yesterday, marking the first U.S. execution of the year. And he killed this couple, Darren Keith Kane and Denise Hayslip. Killed them
his
in
former
1998.
girlfriend and her new boyfriend.
Oh, God, is this him now? He looks completely, you're right. He looks totally different. Doesn't even look like the same human being at all. Thompson was given the death penalty for the 1998 murders of his ex-girlfriend, 39, and her boyfriend, 30. They were shot at his home in a suburb of Houston. Kane was found dead at the scene. She died later from her wounds in the hospital about a week later. Before being given the lethal dose, he apologized to the family of his victims. He says he hopes they can begin to heal and move past this. He said there are no winners in this situation. This creates more victims and traumatizes more people 28 years later. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for what happened. And I want to tell all of y'all, I love you and keep Jesus in your life. Keep Jesus first. Then he gasped loudly and he took about a dozen breaths like snores and died. 22 minutes later, pronounced dead officially.
Details of the murder are wild.
Oh, my God. After the execution, Dennis Kane, whose son was killed by Thompson, said now he's in hell.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
He killed the boyfriend, and then after reloading the weapon, reportedly uttered, "I can shoot you too, bitch."
And
after discharging it into her face, she survived and was taken off life support a couple days later.
Jesus, man. All right, brutal. Those are the last words of a double murderer there on death row. Give us your thoughts if you have any on that. We do have to take a quick break so we can get caught up on time. We'll have a big fat segment for you next. This woman with over 400 clients doing something really strange. We got lots of feedback coming in on everything we've talked about so far today, and all that's coming up in the Power Hour, which is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Wherever your plans take you on Super Sunday, you can take the big game with you. From the opening kickoff to the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy, Real Radio 104.1 is the home of Westwood One's coverage of Super Bowl 60.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic's up to speed on most of the major roadways. The worst it's going to get is some slowdowns between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's no accidents tying you up or slowing you down. That crash on Orange Blossom Trail, northbound before Sand Lake Road, that's been cleared up, so you won't be running into any trouble heading towards that direction. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center of James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and...
Hello! The retraction's coming up next. Are we all set for that? That's not. Refresh your stream. Hang on. Hang on. Refresh your stream. Hang on. Hang on. Hold. Hold. Refresh your stream. Guys, I don't even know if this is us. This may be another issue. There's some internet connection stuff going on. Refresh. We should be back. There's some connection issues happening. I don't even know if they're on this side. Because I was watching it trying to get a connection to YouTube twice. Now it's looking like it's fine. Refresh.
Sage can create same-day custom crowns right in our office. In addition to Medicare, we accept most insurance plans. No insurance? Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation.
Stand by.
Centered on your care. Same-day appointments available. Call 800.
Okay, I think we're good.
8877. 800-218-8877.
I know there was some minor issues with iHeart having some kind of outage, which may have just been for our internal stuff. But I was watching it try and stay connected. So I don't know what's going on there. I'll look it up after the show, and I'll try to do whatever I can to fix it. But right now we have 1 minute. I think we're okay for right now. And all of this is better than stopping everything and restarting the entire stream. That would be definitely worse. Okay.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here is my Discover card. They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs? Yeah, they do here.
Stand by.
Accepted at the places I love to shop. Get it with the times.
Gene is having an awkward first day, huh?
Fairs? Yeah, they do here. Discover's accepted at the places I love to shop. Get it? With the times. With the times? You're playing the lute. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Gold. G-O-L-D. Gold. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or two or four. You're listening.
We'll get to that. And I'll get to this lady who has done something with over 400 of her clients, and she is in an interview this week. Lots to get to here in the final hour of the show. We'll get to your dispatches, emails, and all that in a moment. Hey, I'm having a hard time connecting back and forth with him right now. I think maybe I think he's free of the snow, but I think maybe he is going to be
free of
able,
a job.
But that's what I want to figure out. We'll figure out tomorrow. I'm going to respond to him and see if we can set him up for something tomorrow during the show. But the USPS guy who we talked about did reach out to the show.
If it doesn't work out with him, I did have somebody reach out, somebody called Popcorn Fart, who works for the United States Postal Service.
I don't trust
that person. Wow. That's just it's gonna lead to problems if we go with that person's story. Got a retraction. If we could issue a retraction
First
here.
one of the year, right? Or did we already have one?
I don't know. There might have been something.
Retraction.
There's a bit of a retraction.
First execution, first retraction. Both the same day.
Matthew emails the show, tipsofthenewsjunkie.com, and he goes, on the Olympics payout story. And we were talking about this story, which I thought was interesting, about how the United States doesn't pay Olympic athletes nearly as much as some of the other countries do if you get a gold, a silver, or a bronze. We did the research during the segment. C-Lane came back with countries that they give them $1 million or close to it,
yeah,
for each medal that they get. And the U.S. gives some money. You get some money, a decent amount of money for winning.
Could you imagine being Michael Phelps and finding that out?
Yeah, right.
the number of gold
How
medals.
much weed he could buy with that?
I mean, he was sitting there with so many around his neck, it was preposterous at some point. And, like, he still probably did really well off of it. But there was a guy who I was discussing who it was revealed was a billionaire dude, and he was paying for all of the U.S. Olympians and Paralympians, which I thought was really cool. He's paying them, and he was giving them $100,000 when they turned 45 years old, and another $100,000 to their family when they die. So this wealthy man was giving up $200,000 for every single Olympian and Paralympian in the United States that you're going to see here in Italy for the Winter Olympics when they kick up in a bit. And I thought that was interesting. But Matthew says, the story you mentioned first was right. The guy's name is Ross Stevens. You then swapped it around and looked up Stephen Ross, who owns the Miami Dolphins. Steve Ross is the real estate magnate
That's Google's
behind
fault.
related companies and the owner of the Miami Dolphins. That guy is worth $10 billion, but he got a kudos from the show. Kudos rescinded. Hard Rock guy. All right. Kudos rescinded. Not to say that you haven't done some good things. I'm sure you have somewhere, but you didn't do this. It wasn't him.
What are the odds? People with just switch names are billionaires.
That's it.
So yeah, he's financier, Stone Ridge Holdings Group, cryptocurrency stuff.
Oh, God, he's a crypto guy, too. Ross Stevens. That's the correct one. Sorry for the error. It was not Stephen Ross. It was Ross Stevens. Sabrina completely screwed the pooch on that one.
Sorry, pooch.
All right. Now we go over to you and work in. Lots of people are emailing the show. So let's see here. This person, Tyler, says, hey, junkies, Tyler here. I saw this video on Facebook and found it very interesting. This man speaks the truth. So much hatred just for one man and causing chaos with their riots. I don't know if there's something you want to talk about, but want to throw it out there, Wiggles and Pops. And it's a Facebook video. I don't know. I don't know if I want to take this because I don't know what these guys are saying. It says, immigrant from Africa argues with Democrats at a protest. I don't really care. Thank you for that, though. Here's Matthew, who says, I appreciate how transparent you are and how much you go out on a limb to make the show a little bit better. On the last sentence of your rant, a Chumba Casino commercial came on.
That's Chumba.
It was too funny, he says. A Chumba Casino popped on. Please don't stop the show and not sign your contract due to this issue. Oh, it wouldn't be just because of this issue. I have like less than 6 months left in my contract, and it wouldn't be because of the podcast thing. And it wouldn't be because of any one thing, really. It's just about, is it the right thing to do for me to sign on another contract at a time where the suits at iHeart, folks, have taken to now signing 5-year deals. And then sometimes the 5-year deal has a kicker for an optional deal. So then the deal you're signing ropes you in for 6 years, which is probably what they would want me to sign. I don't really have much of an interest in signing anything for 6 years. I also, beyond that, don't know if now's the time that I want to continue on this same path or if I want to go another direction. But it's not because of the podcast. I just got a lot of things on my mind about the show and what's next, and I'm sort of at a fork in the road. So I legitimately am not playing some kind of game or doing some kind of trick. I think I have a decision in front of me, and the decision could be an easy one or a hard one. That will be much more clear in the next couple of months. We'll see what the suits say about things. And it's not some kind of stunt, or it's not about the podcasting. I'll be honest with you, like everything else, I'll just tell you what it's about. He says, just keep doing what you're doing and make a great product on whatever platform they give you. All right. Thank you for the email. That's much appreciated. Kate sends over, I'll show you just how bad things can be in Texas with this weather, Kate says. And she sends along, well, Kate, I can't look at this. She sent me the entirety of ABC World News Tonight for yesterday.
Oh,
I can't watch the whole thing. No.
Start from the beginning.
I'm not watching a 20-minute news program. I can't do that. I'll go over to Andrew instead. Sean, when did this scalping of tickets become legal? He says. In the past, if I bought a bunch of tickets for an event and then resold them outside of the event with a markup on the face value, I would be arrested and all my tickets would be confiscated. Now, secondary ticket sales can buy up most of the tickets for an event and resell the tickets at multiple times the original face value. How in the world is this legal? My daughter wanted to go see some music group. The day the tickets went on sale, I logged on to the website to get an idea of the price. The only tickets available to buy from the venue were obstructed view for $40. Approximately 10% were marked as sold. The remaining tickets were available to buy from a certified secondary sales site from $400 to $1,200, which is crazy, but it's just far too common. And I think that this was like when I was younger, I remember people getting busted for selling tickets, scalping tickets outside of concerts.
Mm-hmm.
You specifically were not allowed to do that.
Oh, I remember it would be like
They were like physically there.
they would get busted selling the tickets, and then the defense would be, I was selling the ticket at face value, and the envelope containing the ticket I was selling for $600.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that there was some fluctuation on this because the venues are at the center of it. And the venues work through the ticket outlets, and they all kind of realize, hey, we can make a deal with these guys. Your StubHubs, your I always forget all the other ones. Ticket, Nerd, Ticket, whatever.
I've used SeatGeek a
Game
couple of
Time's a
times.
new one.
Game Time, whatever they are out there. They it's very, very clear that they have decided that financially this is better for them, and so they seem to kind of lean into what you wouldn't be able to do before.
Then you have someone like Billie Eilish, where I know stations like our sister stations were giving the tickets away, but no other website would have them. And once the tickets were like won by listeners, you were sending their first and last name. There was no like PDF that you were being sent. It was just, it belonged to that person. And I think a lot of people enjoyed the show because it wasn't, they're still expensive, but it wasn't scalper, secondhand site.
Isn't that
expensive.
interesting? Doesn't that show you that perhaps the artist can have some level of control over that if they want
They're
to?
that big, though.
Maybe she's the only one who has that kind of sway and made some kind of deal with them where she said, no, I do not want people to be able to do this. But this is happening a little bit more. I mentioned the Ulta thing where Courtney and all of these different people tried to get tickets for this Ulta makeup event.
I had no clue about that until you brought it up that day, and then I saw it all over social media. And I did not see a single person. I take that back. I did see a single person say that they claim that they got Ulta tickets, and I believe that person to be lying.
Yeah, it could be.
Did you see their response to it, too? They're like, guys, we have a contest where you could win them.
Oh, you're not allowed to do that. So that's what I was going to say. In that situation, they said tickets are absolutely non-transferable. So the name used to purchase the tickets is the name the person has to have on an ID when they go to the venue. So you could do these things differently, but the venues make more money with all this scalping going on. The artists make more money with all this scalping going on. And they want to pretend like they don't, but they do sometimes make more money on this. Everybody does. And the ticket companies make more money. We don't. Us people, you folks who are working hard on this stuff, you don't necessarily. A lot of people trying to get in on Fritz on the street. Let me scroll past that.
We have those for sale as well.
Somebody is saying, I personally have no issue with who is selected to play the Super Bowl halftime show, News Junkie, but I heard a rumor that Turning Point hired Billy McFarland to set up the entertainment and the location.
Yeah, right.
Big Mark, I don't think that's
that would actually make sense because we don't know if this thing is actually going to happen. So Billy McFarland running it would make a whole lot of sense.
It seems as reliable as
Everyone
one of
gets a
his
cheese
events.
sandwich.
I'm not hopeful that there's going to be some big Super Bowl halftime competition. Let's just say that at this particular point in time. All right, join us with your comments, your emails, your dispatches, all of that to get on the show. How? Well, send an email to tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com, or record a video or audio dispatch on the website right now. Okay, let me work this in because I teased it. This woman has slept with over 400 of her clients, they said. This woman. This is her job.
Is she a hooker?
She's not.
Come on.
She's a sex surrogate. That's what her title is. All right. A sex surrogate is what this woman's official title is. And she says she wants to help people through intimacy challenges. And sometimes that even involves sleeping with her clients.
I've heard of this before. Wasn't there a documentary about this? Like,
I don't know. I'm sure.
We had all discussed a couple years ago. I'm on it.
Hold on. Let's see what this lady. If you're sleeping with your patients, or
yeah,
I don't
but
know,
if you're having discussions,
she's not calling them patients. She's not calling them patients. She's calling them clients. So that her lingo.
That's what high-end hookers say too.
That's true.
Yeah, but do you think they're sitting down and discussing, this is how you should be kissing, and this is how you could be more intimate with your partner once you leave?
I guess she's saying she's a sex surrogate, which if she doesn't say therapist, I think that's good because therapists should not be engaging with their clients like this at all. Therapists should not be having physical contact or anything like that with any of their clients ever. But she says she's as a massage therapist in her late 30s. Now she does things from teaching her clients how to kiss or even sleeping with them to work them through their insecurities.
And this has been going on for quite some time. I knew there was a documentary. I think I did start watching it, but it's on Netflix, Private Practices, the story of a sex surrogate from 1985.
Well, there's other stuff too, like in Australia, I believe, disabled people can get a budget to hire somebody who comes over. Is it the Netherlands?
According to one of our promos, it's the Netherlands.
Is it? Okay, so we know that from doing the show, that the Netherlands has something where disabled people can get a budget and can hire somebody to sexually gratify them. But this lady, I think, is in England, Kaylee Miller.
Wait, do your arms have to be broken? Or?
I don't know what
I just have to lay there.
I don't know what the rules are. What prevents somebody from coming in and being like, well, I just have some intimacy problems. Could you help me with this? And then sleeping with her.
So I thought form to fill out.
I
mean, it's probably great promo.
She's on TV.
She seems intelligent, though.
She doesn't look like the type, I'll be honest with you. She just looks like a regular therapist might look, or somebody. She doesn't look like somebody who engages in this sort of work. She is maybe in her 40s or 50s. I don't know if they say. And she says she's just doing this to help people. But you let us know what you think. Let's hear a little more from
how much of my
the news. And
in a nutshell, in a nutshell, you ask this woman, how did you start sleeping with your clients? She goes, it all started when I was a massage therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Furthering that stereotype?
These poor massage therapists who are legit. I mean, most of them are. Most of them are legit people. And it's like they're a bunch of little Richard Geres who just can't get away from the persistent idea that they do something that they don't. It's tough for them, I'm sure. But there she is. This goes on for like 20 minutes. I'm just going to take her at face value, and you can say of it what you want. Send a dispatcher an email in on the show. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we have a lot to work through. Clips crazy. I've got a bunch of clips that we have to play here, and some big incidents, including, didn't know if we'd have this. I have more supposedly concrete evidence of exploding trees. All right. I will see if we're believers or if this is more fakery, if the trees are really going to blow up this weekend. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Keep an eye out for a crash off to the shoulder on International Speedway Boulevard, eastbound at LPGA Boulevard. That's off to the right shoulder. Afternoon traffic starting to pile up on I-4 heading through the city. Westbound before that 408 ramp junction, there's congestion. There's construction slowing things down on I-4 between Dr. Phillips and Osceola Parkway. No serious slowdowns, though. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Need a change this year? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for an always quick but never rushed quality oil change. No appointment needed. For money-saving coupons, go to VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Quick, easy, drive starts here.
Just a couple more days of January left, a couple short days, and that just means a couple days left of your opportunity to get that New Year reset from Hammer and Nails. That means show. That means you got your haircut, hot towel
We're limping to the finish line, okay? Just drag with us through the power hour, and then everything will be sorted out after that.
You tell them that I sent you. Mention my name, Sealing.
How many people have seen that new Matt Damon, Ben Affleck movie, by the way? Is it any good?
Online at hammernailsgrooming.com.
The Rip
Come as you are.
on Netflix? Is that worth watching?
Hey, for years you heard me talk about Mike and his awesome team at the Home Builders Network. This is who you should reach out to if you need a new roof, you need new windows and doors. The fact is, it's not just me that thinks he's great. The Home Builders Network has been...
I mentioned there was a controversy about that we didn't get into, so maybe we'll toss that up toward the end of the show here. It was awesome. I enjoyed the Rip.
Great installation, excellent service, and it's all at a fair price.
I like the Rip. Yes.
For your free estimate, that is Home Builders Network.
Yeah, I guess the city that they featured in the Rip was upset. So the story that I saw said, Hialeah mayor rips the movie The Rip for portraying Hialeah as an unsafe city. I got the statement. We'll talk about it when we come back and see if that was fair or not. Rip was okay, but it's not believable. My lady enjoyed it. Looks like more positive than negative.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris, I'm going to put you up. I'm Ron. Where are you calling from?
Oh, Robert, you go.
40 guns go off, but no cops show up? I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what that means necessarily. It is unsafe. I work there. Just started Pluribus on your recommendation. Not mine. Not mine. I thought Pluribus was way too slow, and the main character is not super likable. It didn't hold me. I didn't hate it. Hialeah is to Miami as Kissimmee is to Orlando. Tanya, I didn't see whatever you posted. I assure you, I would not skip your comment.
Orlando's signature event is back. The Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard, returns to Bay Hill March 2nd through 8th. Experience the new look Michelob Ultra Fan Deck, plus fan favorite events like Throwback Thursday.
Sean, when you launch your OnlyFans, I will still be your mod? Well, let's be real. If I launch an OnlyFans, all mods are going to jump ship. All mods will be on the bow of the ship, hands held, and they will just straight forward into the ocean, into the sea.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you.
It's the way Netflix forced them to write the movie that makes it a bit silly. Really? I did hear the interview with them, which I thought was interesting. I think Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are both very bright guys. It's interesting to hear them talk about their field. I always find that interesting, actually. People at the height of a craft talking back and forth about that craft in an intellectual way. Love it. Dig it. I think Sean rigged my Twitch. I keep getting bumped out. I did that, yes. I did that. I'm like Biden on the gas pumps. Or is there a Trump version now? I don't know. But Biden, I did that. You know, when he's pointing at the gas pump price. I'm like that. The Stepafee says to Abraham, we need to have a sleepover at Aventus. So don't invite Abraham over your house party. Gonna be a big yikes. Also, Abraham killed a guy, so keep that in mind. He calls himself Ted Fundy. Ted Fundy.
You want to invite Ted Bundy over to your house?
Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Gold. G-O-L-D. Gold. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
You can learn more about the show. You're just one click away, we might say, over at the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, let's see what we need to get into and mix up before we roll out of here today. I did see a couple people had sent in this guy running for attorney general in Ohio, asking if I thought that the guy would get in trouble. And I honestly don't know. Have you guys seen this Ohio Attorney General video?
No.
Let me see if I can bring him up. This is a risky one to play on the show.
What is it?
But it'll all be clear in just a moment here. Let me bring up this guy's video.
Risky for the stream or license?
Risky for the whole shebang. Here he is. This guy.
I have seen this guy's video.
I'm excited. I don't know.
This is, yeah.
This is some dude named Elliot Forehand, who's running for Ohio Attorney General.
Forehand, like that hacker.
Yeah, Forehand, Forhan, Elliot Forehand, who is running for Ohio Attorney General and released this video.
Hi, this is Elliot Forehand, candidate for Ohio Attorney General.
I'll leave Sean's face on the screen while we do
I want
this.
to tell you what I mean when I say that I am going to kill Donald Trump.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to obtain a conviction rendered by a jury of his peers at a standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt, based on evidence presented at a trial conducted in accordance with the requirements of due process, resulting in a sentence duly executed
like human
of capital
ChatGPT.
That is what I mean when I say that I'm going to kill Donald Trump.
Dude, don't be a pussy. Just say the thing you want to say.
He said the thing.
It sounds like human chat GPT. Like, what I mean by I'm going to do this thing. Like, just be the edgelord if you're going to be the edgelord.
The edgelord, they won't be able to run if he doesn't do what he means by that.
What? It's still cowardly. Because he's trying to say something without saying.
Is he going to be?
But is he going? Is he going to get charged with anything? No, and that's why he did it that way. He's saying, I want to kill blank. Like, I want to kill person X. And by kill, I mean kill him with kindness. Or by kill, I mean I'm going to charge them with a crime.
He did say capital punishment.
That's what he's talking about. Bring them through the judicial system, get capital punishment as a punishment against this person, and then render the judgment from the state to bring them the death penalty.
This is his version of radio's allegedly.
Or you dance around bad words.
Yeah.
Or,
it's just stupid.
Like if I said, Sean, I tonight am going to come over to your house and beat your ass.
Yeah.
At Monopoly.
There we go.
It would be more like you were saying, Sean, I'm going to come over to your house and stab you. And then it's like, oh my God. You go, because I know when I beat you at Monopoly and you try to physically attack me, my only way to defend myself will be by pulling out my shiv and stabbing you.
Right.
And it's like, all right. We all know.
And I'm going to strangle both of you.
Yeah. It to me is like, I get what you're doing. Come on.
Nothing else?
There
With
used to
my
be
hugs and just overall good time. I made necklaces, and I think they might be too small for your thick ass necks.
There used to be adults, and then
Does that make sense, or am I still getting in trouble?
and then kids, and then all of a sudden it became this thing where it's just like everybody wants to be an edgelord. When everybody wants to be an edgelord, it makes it not nearly as fun. It seems kind of
Only
dumb
room
and
for
silly.
one edgelord.
So this is the adults doing 6-7 for you?
Kind of, but I literally don't think the guy's going to get charged with anything.
I don't think he's
that's
going to
why
get
he purposely
charged.
did it.
How many votes do you think he's going to get?
Yeah.
I don't. He might be a fringe candidate. Like, he may just be somebody who's like, the only reason he's coming up in the conversation is because he decided to do something.
If he wasn't a fringe candidate before, he is now.
That was a selfie video. I
Yeah.
didn't see any donations that made it kind of a production, if you will.
Yeah,
It's a selfie video because nobody wanted to be holding the camera for that.
I lost it again.
Your mind?
No. Here it is. Here, his name is. I want to see if he has like a campaign website and everything, or if he's just some lunatic. Elliot Fohan. Elliot Fohan.
Like that hacker.
I don't
website.
see like a like voting website. You know what I mean? Maybe he doesn't have one yet. Like
No,
where his
it's Forhan.
Forhan?
F-O-R-H-A-N. It says attorney and former Ohio State representative.
Whoa! Did you
Okay.
Google image him?
Oh no, he does that. Forehand for Ohio. He legit has a tax the rich is his thing right on top. Elect Elliot Forehand, Attorney General.
He also
tax
had
the
a
rich.
Lincoln beard for a while.
Yeah, not here in the photo I'm seeing, but he's legit. I guess that just seems dopey. And maybe there's enough people who are into that right now. If so, I'm disappointed, but it could be the case that that's where we're at as people. All right, we're going to take one final break. When we come back, we'll do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Quick note for you streamers. I know you're struggling. There's some skipping and stuff that's going on the video side of things. Just be patient. We'll reboot all of the relevant equipment to make sure it's not over here, and we'll make sure that things are hopefully smooth tomorrow. But that's all I can say to you right now. It's sort of like, I always feel like Louis C.K. talking about Wi-Fi on an airplane, where once you give people the ability to do something, then if things don't work perfectly, they forget what's going on.
Yeah.
Like we are indeed streaming in nearly real time.
No. I demand Wi-Fi on an airplane.
In full HD with a multi-camera shot with this and that and all the rest.
Actually, no. I mean, yes, I would rather have the Wi-Fi. I would like really a lot to know ahead of time if I'm not going to have the Wi-Fi on the airplane. I got to be able to download some stuff, man.
Yeah, well, this is 2026, for God's sake. We can't accept any less. Quick break, back with all that and more. It's coming up next in the News Junkie.
Real Music Weekends. Classic alternative. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
We are off to another chilly start to our morning, but we will be seeing a nice rebound as we head to this afternoon temperature-wise. Plan for highs to warm their way into the mid-60s for today under mostly sunny skies. As we head to tomorrow, afternoon highs will actually near 70, but we will be expecting some big changes for this weekend. Much colder air settles in as we head to Saturday night and Sunday morning. Plan for lows to dip down into the 20s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian Sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's irresistible Hawaiian Sliders. There's nothing like it.
Well, it's been a weird couple of weeks weather-wise. And this weekend, we all know, we're all talking about it, it's going to get cold in Central Florida, down into the 20s for a lot of us, which has us during the show talking about things, and we'll get into this in our final dispatches and emails and stuff. With what should I do to prepare for the weather? One thing is make sure your home is ready. Make sure your air conditioner is working as it should. Make sure that heater is functioning. You may never even have turned it on before, but in the 20s, you might be tempted to do so. You got any issues? You worried about any of it? With your AC, you remember Mills Air. Mills Air, right? That's the company that's going to help you out. Locally owned and operated. Family owned and operated. An amazing company. Call them. They are your experts that you can turn to, and they're going to get you up and running with your AC problems solved just like that. 407-277-1041. 1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Look, your body's unique, so why settle for a one-size-fits-all wellness plan? That's where Viome comes in. Viome uses advanced science to analyze your gut biome with a simple at-home test, so you know exactly what foods and supplements are right for you, all based on real data from your own body. And you know what? That's science you can trust. Go to Viome.com now and use promo code THRIVE to save $50 on your full body intelligence test. That's Viome.com, promo code THRIVE to save $50.
Orlando's premier comedy club and restaurant is the Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Brody Love and the LEO Comedy Jam on January 29th, Tommy Davidson on January 30th and 31st, and Nacho Redondo en Espanol on Sunday, February 1st. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and bar available, as well as parking discounts for all guests. Follow us on all social media platforms and get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com. We'll see you at the show.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Think you know what's going to happen during the big game? Call it with DraftKings Predictions, a new app where you can predict outcomes on football's biggest games. Make real money predictions on the big game and put your money where your knowledge is. Pick a topic. Make your prediction. What will the total score be? Will the underdog cover? Which team will be lifting the trophy at the end? Then see, will your big game smarts pay off? DraftKings Predictions is new. Simple to use with big game trading available here in Florida. Download now. New DraftKings Predictions customers get up to a $75 first trade bonus with promo code WTKS. Don't just feel it. Predict it with DraftKings Predictions. The crown is yours. DraftKings Predictions is a CFTC registered introducing broker. Event contract trading involves substantial risk of loss. One per new customer. Opt-in required. Non-withdrawable predictions dollars expire in 1 year. Ends February 8th, 2026. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. See terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
Finding excuses to not do your taxes? Unsure where to start?
Bill, Mike, did we rate the show? If not, it's rating time. Let's do some rates. Or did I miss it? I don't know if Sean. I don't think he skull mic'd you just yet. We got about a minute and a half to get this done. Nine creamy deserved better. Not sure. Just scroll up. Oh, come on now. Total Man Care. Ten Raging Mad iHeart Suits out of 10. Let's see. All right. Secret shows tonight. I'm sure I know about this creamy thing. It's just not it's not connecting right now. Creamy drama with Gene. Maybe I don't know creamy. You'll have to explain it to me some other time, though, because we're about to come back. So, The Trump mentions were during the skips. I don't know what's going on with the streaming thing here. All right, we got to go back. We got to go back. For anything.
Radio.com/teachers.
Look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
Real Radio 104.1. Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Thank you for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow and all that good stuff. On the way out, let's see what we can knock down here. One thing that I saw that was interesting in the world of entertainment is the folks from the hit show on Netflix, Adolescence, are finally popping up in some of their new projects. And one that I heard about, I was like, oh, they're doing that again. One of the co-creators of Adolescence is going to be doing a new live-action Lord of the Flies series.
Oh,
interesting.
And that will be, I think, the third iteration of Lord of the Flies. There was obviously the original book, I believe, and then there was a Lord of the Flies in the 60s. See if that's right, Sealand.
There was an old movie.
It was a cartoon, though, or animation?
No. It was old.
Who wrote that? It was a very popular book. Golding?
Lord of the Flies is by William Golding. Yes.
Points.
1954 was the book, Lord of the Flies. And if you've never heard of this, I'll explain it in a second. And then the first movie, the first movie was in, I think, the 60s or something, somewhere around that. And then it was rebooted in the 80s when I was a kid. And Lord of the Flies, if you've never heard of it, which I guess they're rebooting into a series, was a movie about all these kids. I think they had a plane crash, right?
Yeah, it was the original Lost.
Yeah. And the kids all ended up on this island all by themselves.
There was a 1963 film and a 1990 film.
The one I saw was the 1990 film.
I don't think the 1990 one was that good. I think I tried to watch it once and I got bored.
It's young kids who weren't big actors at the time, so maybe this guy will be good at handling that. And they're redoing the whole Lord of the Flies idea, which became a larger phenomenon, which is basically like if you have a population of people and you lack control over those people and the inmates take over the asylum, as it were, you could end up with a situation people would compare to Lord of the Flies because these kids get stranded on an island after a plane crash and then they all start going after each other and fighting each other and even killing each other and stuff. Poor Piggy.
Little Piggy. Piggy's the one with the asthma.
Yeah, that kid.
And then the other kid says, sucks to your asthma.
Yeah, there was a lot of little bullying going on, but they announced that they are going to do a new live-action Lord of the Flies series from one of the co-creators of Adolescence, which will be interesting. The Isley brothers received a star on the Walk of Fame, and they were very, very emotional about it. He started by singing, and then he just started crying after that.
You know you make me want to shout.
That's it.
Woo! He sounds the same.
Yeah, he got into it. He started just kind of bawling.
Took long enough.
I want to thank all of our fans, each and every one. We've been doing this for 67 years.
Woo! Damn.
And God bless you all.
67 years the Isley brothers have been singing their song, and now they got their Hollywood Walk of Fame star. Congrats, guys. Oh, let's see what we got on the way out. I'm not going to be able to get to a bunch of your feedback, unfortunately.
I don't know if I know any other Isley Brothers songs than Shout.
No, you make me want to shout.
You know
That's the main
Whisper
one. Whisper? I don't know. No, they must have something else that's a banger, right? I mean, Shout was like legendarily big. still played at most weddings and stuff these days.
Weddings, sports games.
Right. Yeah.
Animal House.
Last quick update. I started the show on, I think, Monday with that Somalian woman who, Nazra Ahmed was her name, and she was doing some kind of speech where she said, Somalia, being a Somalian American is more than just bananas and rice. And then she said, it's kind of like, kind of like bananas and rice, and caught herself in a little loop and was in a video that went viral. The update on her is that she's now been arrested for allegedly participating in a riot in Minneapolis. This particular person.
That's what I thought you would say.
The headline says she's been arrested for allegedly participating in a Minneapolis riot just days after that clip went viral for the bananas and the rice. And that is going to have to handle it today. Now it's time to get the hell out of here. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
Goes over here.
So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, January 29th, 2026. Today I learned this rock band.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's right. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. The thing that kind of shocked me about this was in 2008, while the Red Hot Chili Peppers went on hiatus, the bassist Flea, 45 at the time. How old is Flea? He was 45 back in 2008? My God. He's getting up there, I guess. But he enrolled 63 as a freshman at 45 at the University of Southern California's music program. Even though he was in a major successful band with platinum records and everything, he said he wanted to widen his appreciation and understanding of music. Even after all those years, and he enrolled at the college.
Great
He's
actor,
old,
too.
60 what?
63.
63, man. Still, yeah, he is good. He's in Point Break, I think. He was in a couple other things I've seen.
Back to the Future?
Back to the Future, that's right. Takes us way back. Let's go to the final story today, folks, and especially streamer folks. Thank you for your patience today. We'll get it all fixed. No glitches tomorrow. Glitch-free Friday. Glitch-free Friday coming up very soon. Today I learned this lady right here.
Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse is correct. Amy Winehouse is BAC. That's the amount of alcohol in her blood. At the time of her death was 0.416.
Ooh.
Putting up big numbers. Those are big numbers right there. The British singer, songwriter, musician, and businesswoman. And if you've seen the documentary about her, she could be so drunk and then they'd go, she'd fall everywhere and they'd go into the booth. And she'd walk into the booth and be like,
nail it.
Drill it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast